Our dedicated experts in patented technology can help make your online search results look their best. Call 800-827-5948 to learn more. 800-827-5948. That's 800-827-5948. Or visit reputationdefender.com.
Attention business owners. Are you struggling while waiting for your customers to pay on their net 30s, 60s, or 90s? Can't get a business loan because you have no equity, bad credit, or no credit at all? Then you need to call AmeriFactors. Get cash right now for your invoices instead of getting turned down by the banks or taking out a high-interest business loan. There is nothing to pay back. We simply buy your accounts receivable, and if those clients don't pay on those invoices, we take the loss. You have already been paid. We don't give you funds based on your credit. We give you funds based on your accounts receivable. Go buy that new equipment, hire those new employees, or use the working funds to bid on jobs you never thought you could go after. With AmeriFactors, there is no more waiting for your customers to pay. We give you the working funds while we wait for the net 30s, 60s, and 90s. Fund your business today with AmeriFactors by calling 800-698-9150. That's 800-698-9150. Or text FACTOR to 41411. That's FACTOR to 41411. And simply click the link to call and get funds within 48 hours.
Hi, folks. I'm Frank Manzeri, co-owner of Statewide Remodeling. It's been said many times, people believe what they want to believe. Many will ignore logic and go with emotion because the fear of loss is always stronger than the opportunity for gain. This often happens when choosing a home improvement contractor. People are swayed by some pretty before and after pictures and a convincing story accompanied with what sounds like a too good to be true price. They should be concerned with how long have they been in business? What kind of warranties do they have? And are they in writing? Don't get me wrong, price is important, but it should not be the deciding factor. When I started Statewide Remodeling with my partner over 23 years ago, we said we wanted to offer the best products with the strongest warranty at a fair price. I can tell you that is still our goal today. So if you need a company you can trust to install new windows and doors, exterior siding and trim, sunrooms or patio covers, or a new kitchen or bathroom, call us now for a free estimate and receive 23% off your whole project. The number to call is 888-270-7095. That's 888-270-7095.
Do you have low back or neck pain? Does it run down your arms or your legs? Do you have a bulging or herniated disc degeneration, or spinal arthritis? Even worse, have you been told you need back surgery or injections? If you answered yes, then please listen to what I have to say. My name is Dr. Chad Vines, DC, at Genesis Back and Neck, and I use the most advanced spinal decompression system available, the DRX 9000, to correct back problems just like yours. We don't use addictive drugs, and we don't use any type of dangerous invasive surgery for these problems. Spinal decompression is safe, FDA cleared, and it's not painful, and has about an 86% success rate. We accept most insurances, and your first visit will be at no charge. You will sit down and visit with me personally until I've answered all of your questions. And if you're a candidate for decompression, you can try out the treatment all at no charge to you. So if you're ready to not hurt anymore and don't want to have surgery, call me at 817-328-1922. That's 817-328-1922, or online at mylowback.com.
660 AM. 660 AM. The Answer. 660 AM. TheAnswer.com. The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. The Wells Report on 660 AM. The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Report. My name is John David Wells. Telephone number 866-660-5759. 866-660-5759. We are discussing the healthcare vote today. They decided to continue the argument today. Now, will they be able to get to the end of the argument with some sort of passage of some sort of bill that either repeals and replaces Obamacare? Don't know. I know that if the Republicans are not successful, they're going to take a hit, but I don't think it'll be fatal. My colleague, Hugh Hewitt, moments ago was talking about the possibility that if the Republicans can get these small incremental victories, they may likely retain control of the Senate and the House. I don't think that's going to be a problem. What I believe is going to be a problem is trying to find the stones necessary to be able to do the people's business if you're Mitch McConnell. That is going to be the problem. By the way, I just fired up the Wells Report on YouTube live events. It's also a Google Hangout. If you want to hang out, come and join us. Just go to YouTube live events and punch in The Wells Report, and you can see my bright, shiny face in my beautiful black and white and gray shirt. Very, very, very sexy tonight. 866-660-5759 is our telephone number. John McCain returned to the United States Senate today. It was poignant. He was greeted with a standing ovation. He has an aggressive form of brain cancer. With any luck at all, they got most of it or not, or all of it, all of the particular tumor that they're talking about. They're going to probably hit it with both radiation and some chemotherapy, and hopefully he will live for a good long time. There was a flavor of see you laterism in his speech today, and his return to the Senate was critical for Republican politics, because he had to have, the Republicans needed his vote to be able to continue this healthcare fight, which is exactly what happened. And that's what happened today with Mike Pence, the Vice President of the United States, casting the deciding vote in the U.S. Senate, which is his job. He was critical about the Senate. He talked about tribal politics. He criticized a repeal and replace effort during his absence in Arizona, calling on the GOP to open talks with Democrats on how to fix a growing healthcare crisis. Quote, as this law continues to crumble in Arizona and states across the country, we must not repeat the original mistakes that led to Obamacare's failure, unquote. The Congress must now return to regular order, hold hearings, receive input from members of both parties, and heed the recommendations of our nation's governors so that we can produce a bill that finally provides America with access to quality and affordable health care. If the government indeed wants to do that, then really all they have to do is get out of the way and let the marketplace decide how that looks and where that goes. The people of the United States will decide what coverage they want by virtue of paying for the coverage that is offered to them by the best insurance company. In other words, the best policy for the best money will win if the government is away from it. That's why it really doesn't bother me in any way, shape, or form that nothing happened with Obamacare, aside from the fact that it just essentially fall and implode of its own weight and then be chucked into the ash bin of bad political ideas. This is what happens when you try to take a free enterprise, capitalist society, socialist, and it should be a warning for all political parties in the future. Rest assured, the Democrats have more to lose on this one than the Republicans, because the Democrats created this mess in the first place without a single Republican vote. All of this grandstanding and talking about the Republicans standing up and doing something, et cetera, all the Republicans are doing is cleaning up a Democrat mess. That's it. The president said it himself. It was a brilliant quote. He said that indeed, this gives the Republicans an opportunity, if they repeal this bill, gives the Republicans an opportunity to do what they said they were going to do. And it gives the Democrats an opportunity to make up for what they have done to damage the American people and the health system as it stands. These are all very critical and important points. But the left of America, including the mainstream media, they want us to have government health care. Because I guess killing 307,000 veterans with the VA medical system is just not a big enough death toll for the left of the United States of America, including the mainstream media. According to the Veterans Administration Inspector General, 307,000 American veterans died awaiting for VA health care. That is exactly what's going to happen with any other kind of government health care. We must avoid that at all costs, especially some strange rule about a 60-vote majority in the United States Senate. We have got to avoid that error. Whether we will or not remains to be seen. There was one thing that McCain brought up. The Congress must now return to regular order, hold hearings, receive input from members of both parties, and heed the recommendations of the nation's governors so that we can produce a bill that finally provides Americans with access to quality and affordable health care. We do not need bipartisan anything in this particular circumstance. The Democrats want us to have socialized government health care. That is what they are basing their entire political outreach on. Therefore, I don't care what they want to contribute to this process. They did not care what Republicans could or could not contribute to the process way back in 2010 or 2009, when they were able to get this behemoth through Congress in the middle of the night on Christmas Eve. This boondoggle, this mess, this swindle, this disaster. We don't need bipartisan anything on this, Senator McCain. The Democrats have done their absolute dead level best to mangle America's medical care. This is their mess. They deserve to have it saddled around their neck like the millstone that it is, the millstone that it has been for the American people and our economy. This is what needs to happen. These people need to pay a frank and, if necessary, catastrophic price for not just turning aside the Constitution of the United States, but trying to replace it with the Soviet Constitution. That's what the American left has done, led by the same Democrats that now said, hey, you know what, we need to do something better. We made some mistakes, and it's our fault, and on and on and on, and mea culpa, mea culpa. Well, yeah, I agree. The Republicans don't have the wit to say, yep, it's your fault, and therefore I don't want to have a real argument with any of you when we say, okay, we're going to use the nuclear option to go with 51 votes to get rid of this SOB. Just get rid of it. Just get rid of Obamacare. Knock off this ridiculous replace idea. Let the marketplace handle it, just like it did before. Just like it did before a flashing-eyed gentleman from Chicago became the 44th president of the United States. The political superstar that he was masked the fact that he was a full-on socialist, bent on a government takeover of America's healthcare, 1/6 of the economy. And in order to take over 1/6 of the economy, he worked to spend 100% of our gross domestic product. And oh, by the way, got there. The gross domestic product of the United States is somewhere around $14 trillion in output, $14 trillion a year. And we already have a $20 trillion national debt. When the gross output of the country equals the government spending, that's socialism. If not necessarily by definition, certainly by effect. And you keep that going for a few years, and by golly, you're a socialist nation. And you don't want that, and I don't want that, and moreover, our children don't want that. Why are we taking ourselves down this road? We need to stop immediately. Immediately. And with all due respect to John McCain, nowhere in the Constitution does it say that the government of the United States will provide health care for its citizens. Nowhere. That's a private sector project. We do not need to supplant, take over, substitute, push aside, encumber real insurance companies for some politician's eye view of what a health insurance plan ought to be. It is disastrous because I don't know whether you're aware of this or not, but American politicians don't know anything. They certainly don't know anything beyond the Constitution of the United States. They need to stick to the limitations of the Constitution of the United States forthwith, post haste, and must never repeat the mistakes of the past, which we are making one after another after another. Social Security, that money that was collected as a secondary income tax right out of your paycheck, all that money was put into the general fund, was not put into a separate investment account. It was just more money for the government to spend, and it spent it. And this year's FICA taxes go to pay for the Social Security checks of the people currently collecting them. And on and on and on. The money that we invested in our Social Security is long gone. That way, a shrinking, much less interested, millennial-based working group is going to be called on to pay for our Social Security. This is something that we need to stop. And it should be a pattern for the future, not for future entitlements, but a multi-generational entitlement. Must never be passed again, especially one that envelops the future with debt from the past. That is what we are doing here. That is what Obamacare continues in a brand new way. We already have Medicare and Social Security threatening to break the country's economic power. Now we have the trifecta with Obamacare. No. The answer is no. Do whatever's necessary to turn this aside. The medical industry, I assure you, will take care of itself. This is the Wells Report.
Only really, really rich people can afford poor quality windows because rich people can just replace their windows a second time. This is Robert Jackson from Renewal by Andersen, the full-service replacement window division of Andersen. Don't try to cut corners and buy those poor quality vinyl windows. They don't last. The quality of our windows is so exceptional that we actually replace other replacement windows. For a very limited time, get free installation on every window and patio door you replace. And with our financing, don't pay us anything for 18 months. When it comes to replacing your windows, you want to do this job right the first time. And that's why we ask you call us.
To schedule your free Renewal by Andersen window diagnosis and get free installation, call 469-706-3400. 469-706-3400. That's 469-706-3400.
Hello, beautiful. I'm Madison Reed, and my mom named her revolutionary hair color company after me. My mom taught me that women can do anything they set their mind to.
Hi, I'm Madison's mom, Amy Errett. I founded Madison Reed with the idea to create luxurious, ammonia-free, salon-quality, at-home hair color that saves women time and money. In under an hour and for less than $25, Madison Reed delivers gorgeous, multi-dimensional, shiny hair. I'm proud to say Madison Reed is a female-led company. From our chief marketing officer to our master colorist, we're all women and top experts in our field. Founded in love, we are a hair color company led by women, made for women. Find your perfect shade at madison-reed.com and get 10% off plus free shipping on your first color kit. Use code GRATEFUL. That's code GRATEFUL.
Try it. Love it. That's the beauty of Madison Reed.
Bingo.
The crazy stuff happening in Washington means really smart people, the best people, get a chance for the moment to refi their mortgage or pull cash out of their homes until the president can put a lid on things.
Be one of those really smart people by getting Cash Call Mortgage's 15-year fixed, no closing cost refi at today's super low 2.99% rate and APR. But you need to act now, even if you're in process with another lender. Take 5 minutes to call and grab this 2.99% 15-year fixed rate with no closing costs from Cash Call Mortgage. Make the cash call at 855-875-CASH or log on to cashcallmortgage.com.
And believe me, this is not fake news.
First Mortgages, Impact Mortgage Corp., DBA Cash Call Mortgage, Equal Housing Lender. Call 866-900-8744 for disclosures, terms, and restrictions. Not licensed in all states. Not available in Washington State. NMLS 128231.
That's 855-875-CASH. 855-875-CASH.
Hi, I'm Jeff Stewart with Reliant Air Conditioning. In the last 2 months, we've saved our customers over $500,000. How'd we do it? With our exclusive partnership with your utility provider, we get to offer instant rebates of up to $1,500 when you replace that worn-out AC system. When you combine that with Carrier's Cool Cash savings of up to $3,500, we're talking saving over $5,000 on a brand new AC system that can cut your electric bill in half. Now that's how you save people money without gimmicks. But you'll have to hurry because the utility funds can run out at any time. So we're scheduling our free estimates on a first-come, first-served basis. So call 2 other companies first, get their price, and then call Reliant Air Conditioning, and you'll see how we've been gimmick-free since '83. Call 877-YOUR-HERO. That's 877-968-7437 or online at ReliantAirConditioning.com.
Reliant Air Conditioning. Call 877-YOUR-HERO.
You're unique, so why is your mattress one size fits all? Because a custom mattress costs thousands, until now. Hi, I'm Christian von Rickenbach, founder of HelixSleep.com, where you can buy a mattress online, customized for you, for hundreds of dollars instead of thousands. Go to HelixSleep.com, answer a few simple questions, and we build you the most comfortable mattress you'll ever sleep on. Shipping is free, and you have 100 nights to try it out. Go to HelixSleep.com/talkradio and get $50 off your order. HelixSleep.com/talkradio.
If you're over 50, a current or former smoker, or have diabetes and are experiencing leg pain or foot ulcers, it could be a sign of something serious. It could be PAD. Call the PAD specialists at Lamb Vascular and Associates today at 972-362-5779. Dr. Lamb has been on the Super Doctors list multiple years in a row and performed almost 10,000 peripheral interventions to date. Make an appointment now. Lamb Vascular. Experience, innovation, compassion. 972-362-5779 or lambvascular.com.
660 AM, The Answer. 660 AM, TheAnswer.com. The Wells Report. Must hear radio on 660 AM, The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Report. My name is John David Wells. Telephone number 866-660-5759. Contrary to reports, the Secretary of State Rex Tillerson may be resigning because of difficulties with the White House. The State Department said today Heather Nauert, N-A-U-E-R-T, Nauert, thank you. Heather Nauert said that Tillerson is only traveling, taking some time off. He came back from that mega trip overseas. As you well know, he's entitled to take a few days to himself. Reporters asked Nauert if there was any validity to the claims that Tillerson was considering resigning. She said that Tillerson has meetings scheduled for later in the week, that there was no such talk of resignation. We've spoken with the secretary. Secretary has been very clear He intends to stay here at the State Department. We have a lot of work that's left to be done ahead of us. He recognizes that. He's deeply engaged in that work. You are listening to the Wells Report. My name is John David Wells. Somebody reminded me, Jason just reminded me that one of the other things that that John McCain did was beg that his Senate colleagues ignored the blustering blowhards of talk radio. And all I can say is, yeah, go ahead and do that at your peril. Yeah. Go ahead and do that at your peril, because there is no doubt about the fact that we, the talk show hosts of the United States, are a lot closer to you than those guys in the ivory towers in the United States Senate. Agreed? This is the Wells Report.
At any time in Texas, it can feel like the change of the seasons. But I'll tell you what, as we work our way into springtime, Abacus Foundation has been serving North Texas with the highest quality foundation repair solutions for 17 years. And with a warmer temperature and additional moisture, oh my, the foundations can be rocking and rolling. So if you got cracks in the sheetrock or doors that are sticking, call Abacus Foundation Repair at 972-406-9000. 972-406-9000. These are the people I call. These are the folks who have been to my house. These are the folks who will not give you a foundation job you don't need, but will tell you exactly what's going on. Now, if you do need a new foundation, you got the Millennium Composite Pilings, the strongest, and folks at Abacus are the only folks offering it. And get this, $1,000 off any job with 10 pilings or more. AbacusFoundationRepair.com. Lifetime warranty, transferable, 972-406-9000, 972-406-9000, or AbacusFoundationRepair.com.
Hey, for years now, you've heard us talk about the great success Genesis Back and Neck has with spinal decompression. Well, now they've teamed up with the medical providers of Elavani Health Group to offer truly amazing treatments for knee pain and knee arthritis. If you've been told you need knee surgery, or if you suffer from chronic knee pain, then listen to this. Frank Reed here to tell you about the gel injections that I got from the Elavani Health Group working with Genesis Back and Neck. These treatments are virtually painless. They work immediately, and the results are long-lasting. The bottom line is that these treatments really do work. My knee pain is completely gone. They can see you the same day in most cases. You don't have to wait months, and the treatments are usually covered by your insurance, even Medicare. Call today for your free consultation, 817-328-1922, or go online, Elavani, ELEVANI, health.com. Don't suffer with the knee pain any longer. Call 817-328-1922.
For life's aches and pains, choose Blue Emu Continuous Pain Relief Spray. It works fast and it's easy to use, designed to work odor-free in all those remote areas. It works here. It's odor-free here. It works here. Blue Emu Continuous Pain Relief Spray. Fast-acting, easy-to-use, odor-free pain relief for all those remote areas. Available at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and other fine retailers.
This is 660 AM, The Answer. A service of Salem Media Group on the NASDAQ as SALM, KSKY, Balch Springs, Dallas, Fort Worth. 660 AM, The Answer.
Fox News Radio, I'm Jane Metzler. President Trump appearing at a campaign-style rally in Youngstown, Ohio, where
touted accomplishments.
They vote to begin debating the repealing and replacing the ObamaCare disaster.
Goals he still wants to accomplish, like strengthening the border.
We've already started fixing much of the good wall that's already there.
Fox's Gernal Scott reporting.
President Trump stayed away from controversial topics like Russia and Jeff Sessions, but recaptured some campaign magic as the best deliverer of his administration's message.
At a news conference earlier, the president was asked if he's going to fire his attorney general. He said he's very disappointed in Jeff Sessions, but time will tell. The president, furious Sessions recused himself in the Russia investigation, wants him to investigate Hillary Clinton. Fox News, we report, you decide.
Stimulating talk. 660 AM. The Answer.
Hi, everybody. Dennis Gibbs here. You know, the boat guy. Talking about boats, boating, lakes, marinas, and well, if it floats, we talk about it. The advice we give is the best you will ever hear. They call it expert advice. Between myself, boating royalty, lake level ginger, and brother Strick, you hear only intelligent talk. Join us every Saturday at 6 p.m. on 660 AM The Answer, the Big Boat and Outdoor Show, brought to you by DallasBoatsForSale.com.
You are about to hear from Dr. Douglas Howard.
After 20 years and tens of thousands of success stories, Balance of Nature is still the only pure whole food supplement available. Balance of Nature has served more than 500 million servings of fruits and vegetables. Don't accept imitations, copies, or substitutions. Our success stories are unique to Balance of Nature's fruits and veggies. You'll know you have the real thing when you open the bottles and see, smell, and taste real produce.
It is worth every penny I pay because they really have made such a difference in my life. It is making me feel a whole lot better.
Even my doctor thought it was a good product.
Take Dr. Howard's Health Challenge and find out how to get 2 free sets of fruits and veggies. We'll even ship them to you for free. Call now for details.
Call 800-2468-751. That's 800-2468-751. Or go online to balanceofnature.com.
Use promo code 660 AM.
Attention business owners. Are you struggling while waiting for your customers to pay on their net 30s, 60s, or 90s? Can't get a business loan because you have no equity, bad credit, or no credit at all? Then you need to call AmeriFactors. Get cash right now for your invoices instead of getting turned down by the banks or taking out a high-interest business loan. There is nothing to pay back. We simply buy your accounts receivable, and if those clients don't pay on those invoices, we take the loss. You have already been paid. We don't give you funds based on your credit. We give you funds based on your accounts receivable. Go buy that new equipment, hire those new employees, or use the working funds to bid on jobs you never thought you could go after. With AmeriFactors, there is no more waiting for your customers to pay. We give you the working funds while we wait for the net 30s, 60s, and 90s. Fund your business today with AmeriFactors by calling 800-698-9150. That's 800-698-9150. Or text FACTOR to 41411. That's FACTOR to 41411. And simply click the link to call and get funds within 48 hours.
Policies issued by American General Life Insurance Company, Houston, Texas. Not available in all states. For details, visit AIGdirect.com.
If you're young and healthy, you don't need life insurance, right? Yeah, that's what I used to think too, until my brother died at 38. Joe left his wife with 2 kids, a mortgage, and a stack of bills she couldn't pay. Mary had to sell the house and move everybody into this tiny 2-bedroom apartment just to make ends meet. I never want to do that to my wife, so I got life insurance. I called AIG Direct and was really surprised how affordable it is. Just $14 a month for $250,000 of term life coverage. Listen, if you have a family, you should seriously think about getting life insurance. You'll feel a lot better having it, trust me.
Call AIG Direct for a free no-obligation quote. The call takes less than 5 minutes, and you could save up to 70%. Call now, 1-800-700-6492. That's 1-800-700-6492. 1-800-700-6492.
Hey, sorry to interrupt, but not really. I'm your arthritis joint pain. It keeps coming back to interrupt your day. And I'm pretty relentless, which is why all those ordinary creams and pills that give you just a few hours relief can't keep me away long. But here's something I'm not too happy about. A new 24-hour formula called Pain Block 24. The first topical that with as little as 1 application every day can help relieve yours truly for 24 hours, which as far as I'm concerned is way too long. But what do you expect? Pain Block 24 uses the highest amount of its active ingredient allowed without a prescription to turn off certain nerve fibers that transmit pain signals from the joint. And it turns off more nerve fibers than any other brand. I hate overachievers. And right now, they're offering up to 2 months of relief for just $16.99. $16.99 with a money-back guarantee. Are they kidding me? They're telling you to try new Pain Block 24 risk-free by calling toll-free 1-833-PAIN-BLOCK, 1-833-PAIN-BLOCK, or to go to painblock24.com, painblock24.com. But you wouldn't do that to me, would you?
Hi, folks. I'm Frank Manzeri, co-owner of Statewide Remodeling. It's been said many times, people believe what they want to believe. Many will ignore logic and go with emotion because the fear of loss is always stronger than the opportunity for gain. This often happens when choosing a home improvement contractor. People are swayed by some pretty before and after pictures and a convincing story accompanied with what sounds like a too good to be true price. They should be concerned with how long have they been in business. What kind of warranties do they have, and are they in writing? Don't get me wrong, price is important, but it should not be the deciding factor. When I started statewide remodeling with my partner over 23 years ago, we said we wanted to offer the best products with the strongest warranty at a fair price. I can tell you that is still our goal today. So if you need a company you can trust to install new windows and doors, exterior siding and trim, sunrooms or patio covers, or a new kitchen or bathroom, call us now for a free estimate and receive 23% off your whole project. The number to call is 888-270-7095. That's 888-270-7095.
660 AM. The Answer. Is anybody out there paying attention to what's going on in this country, in this state, and in this city? We know one man who is. You got questions? He's got answers. This is the Wells Report with John David Wells on 660 AM. The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Report. My name is John David Wells. Our telephone number is 866-660-5759, 866-660-5759. The President of the United States, we got coverage here of his speech way before anybody else. And what we want to do is we want to give you an idea of what President Trump had to say at a superb Make America Great rally in Youngstown, Ohio, earlier this evening. He has just returned back from Ohio in Washington, D.C. But let's go back to when he was talking with all of us in Youngstown, Ohio, talking about how to make America great. He said at the first part of this speech that they were restoring America to the people and putting us first. Here's the President of the United States earlier this evening.
Tonight, we're going to set aside the cynics and the critics because we know exactly why they are so angry and so bitter. Day by day, week by week, we are restoring our government's allegiance to its people, to its citizens, to the people that we all love. We are keeping our promises to the people. And yes, we are putting finally, we are putting America first. After years and years of sending our jobs and our wealth to other countries, we are finally standing up for our workers and for our companies. After spending billions of dollars defending other nations' borders, we are finally defending our borders. Don't even think about it. We will build the wall. Don't even think about it. I watch the media as they say, well, he just had some fun during the campaign on the wall. That wasn't fun, folks. We're building that wall, and walls do work, and we're going to have great people come into our country, but we're not going to put ourselves through problems that we've had for so many years. After decades of rebuilding foreign nations, we are finally going to rebuild our nation. They're pointing to a protester. Honestly, if you don't point, nobody's even going to know he's here. Weak voice. Weak voice. Don't worry. Boy, he's a young one. He's going back home to mommy. Oh, is he in trouble? He's in trouble. He's in trouble. And I'll bet his mommy voted for us, right? That's the fun.
And so that's how the president got things going. He then addressed those who claim he does not act presidential. I like this one.
Political correctness for me is easy. Sometimes they say he doesn't act presidential. And I say, hey, look, great schools, smart guy. It's so easy to act presidential, but that's not going to get it done. In fact, I said, it's much easier, by the way, to act presidential than what we're doing here tonight. Believe me. And I said, with the exception of the late, great Abraham Lincoln, I can be more presidential than any president that's ever held this office. That I can tell you. It's real easy. But sadly, we have to move a little faster than that.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. The president talked about unemployment hitting a 16-year low.
They don't want to write about it. That unemployment last month hit a 16-year low. Since my election, we've added much more than 1 million jobs. Think of that. And remember, I came in, and some people say, don't say that. I'd say, what do you have to lose? I talked about the inner city, and I talked about the crime and the problems and the lack of education. And I talked to my African American friends, and I said, vote for me. What the hell do you have to lose? Remember that? The Hispanic, the African American, the inner cities. So now it just came out, African Americans and teenagers are enjoying their lowest unemployment since just after the turn of the millennium. That's pretty good, right?
Not only that, but he also worked on getting rid of energy regulations, putting coal miners back to work, building the military, and passing legislation to hold VA employees accountable.
We've eliminated burdensome regulations at record speed, and many, many more are coming off. And boy, have we put those coal miners and coal back on the map. You've seen that, huh? And all other forms of energy. We've achieved a historic increase in defense spending to get our troops the support they so richly deserve. We have signed new legislation to hold federal workers accountable for the care they provide to our great, great veterans. Veterans Accountability Act. They've been trying to get that done for many, many, many years, even decades. And you understand why it was tough. But we got it done. In fact, our secretary is with us tonight, David Shulkin. And we have some just incredible people here tonight, some of whom you've already met. But the job they're doing for the vets, having to do with choice, having to do with doctors, having to do with not having to wait online for days and days and days, and getting sicker and sicker and sicker, where you could be taken care of immediately. Now you go out and you see a doctor.
Yes, you do. Absolutely. That was really poignant today because I was I was driving around in Texas and I happened to notice one of those big coal trains. You know, and I looked at a 2-mile long string of coal cars filled to the brim. Actually beyond, they were heaped over the top. And I thought about the coal miners, you know, that dug that rich treasure out of the earth, and how it was headed to somebody's plant to create energy to move the industry forward. And I said, yes. And that was an industry that President Obama wanted to destroy. Why? We're actually going to leave the hundreds of trillions of dollars of coal wealth that virtually lays on the ground in the United States for the sake of what? Politics? No, thanks. People want to know why politicians are in trouble and why Donald Trump is the president. It's like, oh, this energy is not good enough to use. I'm sorry. I believe it's plenty good enough to use, especially when it's as low cost as it is and how available it is. It's abundant. How stupid are these people? The president then talked about TPP, the Paris Climate Accord, NAFTA, and the Iran nuclear deal.
To protect American jobs and workers, I withdrew the United States from both the Trans-Pacific Partnership potential disaster and the job-killing Paris Climate Accord, believe me. And if we don't negotiate a great deal with Mexico and Canada, we will terminate NAFTA and we'll start all over again. You remember when I was in Youngstown, I said, we will either renegotiate NAFTA or we'll terminate it. So let's see what happens. But we're right now negotiating with the heads of Mexico, good man, the president, and the Prime Minister of Canada, good man. Let's see what happens. But we will no longer be the foolish people. We will no longer be the stupid people that get taken care of so badly by our politicians because they don't know what they're doing. We will always work with our friends and partners, but we will never again sacrifice Ohio jobs or jobs from any state in our union to enrich other countries, which has been what is happening to this country. And by the way, while we're on it, the Iran deal, which may be the single worst deal I've ever seen drawn by anybody, if that deal doesn't conform to what it's supposed to conform to, there's going to be big, big problems for them. That I can tell you. You're going to see that. Believe me. You would have thought when that deal was made by Secretary Kerry, may be the worst negotiator I've ever seen. You would have thought that Iran would have said, thank you, United States. We can't believe you gave us between $100 and $150 billion when they were ready to fail. We can't believe you gave us $1.7 billion in cash. You know what that looks like? You would have thought they would have said, thank you, United States. We really love you very much. Instead, they've become emboldened. That won't take place. much longer.
Yeah. The President of the United States, Youngstown, Ohio. You're listening to the Wells Report. There's more of this speech next on 660 AM The Answer.
Hello, Howard Garrett, the Dirt Doctor here. I got a little show on the weekends, Sunday morning, and it's about natural organic gardening. We talk about landscaping and pest control. We talk about tree care. We talk about specific pest control on some things where other people say there are no solutions. Things like oak wilt, rose rosette, crepe myrtle bark scale, and fungal canker on Italian cypress. Join me every Sunday morning, 8 to 11, right here on 660 AM, The Answer.
Hey, it's Mark Davis. It's no secret. I love summer, and I know you do too. Barbecues, pool parties, days on the lake. It's the best of times, but not so much when you got to wear those dreaded contacts and glasses. Let's talk LASIK and the freedom it can bring. From my friends at Climate Evangelist Eye Center, you can have LASIK with no money down. Enjoy payments as low as $3 a day. Incredible summer packages available now with up to $1,500 off LASIK and free tickets to enjoy your first after LASIK adventure. Compliments of Climate Evangelist Eye Center. So end the struggle now and be free to see with KE. Climate Evangelist Eye Center. Check it out. BeFreeToSee.com. BeFreeToSee.com. Free LASIK consultations right now at 1-800-714-2020. 1-800-714-2020 or BeFreeToSee.com. Check them out on Facebook too. Summer can be so much better when you have the freedom to see. BeFreeToSee.com. 1-800-714-2020.
I'm Aaron Katz. You might remember me from my radio show or my company with Little Red Trucks. Have you ever wondered why some people suffer from irrational fears like fear of heights, public speaking, or needles? For example, needles used to make me sick until I fixed it. It's because most irrational fears are created from a traumatic experience. It's a form of PTSD that affects many people. The good news is that fears from PTSD can be controlled, and you don't need a lot of prescription drugs or years of therapy to do it. As a certified NLP practitioner, I've learned how to help people eliminate their fears and change their lives. I do it by setting positive and negative triggers and activating them simultaneously. The positive neutralizes the negative, and it doesn't affect you any longer. It's the same as combining red dye and blue dye. The red and the blue both disappear, and it leaves purple. If you or someone you know has an irrational fear that's limiting them in some way, I can help. Visit my website, littleredtrucks.net. That's plural, Little Red Trucks, and it's .net. Let's get to work.
If you're over the age of 50 and considering buying an annuity in the next 60 days, I have some important news for you. Don't buy an annuity until you understand the pros and cons of annuities. A free book to help you maximize your retirement income from television host and three-time author Josh Melberg has been released. This book reveals little-known truths about annuity strategies in simple-to-understand terms. Grab a pen right now because we are about to offer you this free book that unlocks the 5 little-known secrets we believe baby boomers and seniors should know before buying an annuity. Call 800-718-6073 now, and you'll receive a free copy of Josh Melberg's book, Next Gen Annuity Strategies Revealed. As a bonus, we'll also send you the #1 mistakes retirees are making with their investments today, and a free DVD on how you can get up to 33% more income in retirement. Call 800-718-6073 to have your free information kit rushed to your door. Again, that's 800-718-6073. Employees of J.D. Melberg Financial have the appropriate licenses for the products they offer.
From Plano to Denton down to Louisville too. Hot Finds has it. Also in McKinney.
No, you can run it. It's not that big of a deal.
Hot Finds has it.
And on behalf of everyone at Huffine Chevrolet in Plano and Louisville, we'd like to thank you for voting Huffines the Consumer's Choice Auto Group of the Year for the 9th consecutive year. It goes to show when you give your customers a great selection, everyday low prices, and award-winning service after the sale, good things happen. Like you voting Huffines the best auto group in North Texas. And now at Huffine Chevrolet, save really big on one of the best selections in Texas. For more, click to HuffineChevyLouisville.com or HuffineChevyPlano.com, or find new roads to Huffine Chevrolet in Plano at Cloak Road and Plano Parkway, and in Louisville, Huffine Chevrolet on I-35.
If you've been mattress shopping lately, you know that it can be extremely frustrating. So what's the best mattress in Dallas-Fort Worth? It's the Sovereign European Sleep System. Most people who buy a mattress at Sovereign will drive past between 4 and 22 big box mattress stores. Think about that. They drove past 4 other mattress stores to shop at Sovereign European Sleep Systems. Why?
John David.
It's simply a better bed. A healthier, more durable, more comfortable mattress at a very reasonable price.
Tomorrow, Thursday, or
Sovereign
Friday.
European Sleep Systems in
Eric
Dallas
Bolling
and
wants to
South
come
Lake.
back on.
Learn more at sovn.com.
If you've got questions, we've got answers.
Can you do pre-records Wednesday, Thursday, and
The
Friday?
Answer. If it's important to you, it's on the Wells Report with John David Wells on 660 AM. The Answer.
The President of the United States speaking in Youngstown, Ohio this evening. We wanted to play some of this for you. He talked about illegal immigration and how it is down dramatically.
Since I took office, we have cut illegal immigration on our southern border by record numbers, 78%. Record numbers. And in fact, the ICE folks, I'll tell you what, and the Border Patrol Police, they are phenomenal people. They're working with General Kelly. And just so you understand, we've already started fixing much of the good wall that's already there. We've already started fixing. But we are breaking records, and it was actually told to me the other day by somebody in Mexico that's very high up, said it's incredible because their southern border is getting very little traffic. Nobody's coming anymore because they know they can't get through our southern border, so they don't even come. Never again will America surrender the security of our people, the safety of our communities, or the sovereignty of our nation. We are cracking down hard on the foreign criminal gangs that have brought illegal drugs, violence, horrible bloodshed to peaceful neighborhoods all across our country. We are throwing MS-13 the hell out of here so fast. You know, we're actually, hard to believe that we're talking about our great country. We are actually liberating towns and cities. We are liberating. People are screaming from their windows, thank you, to the Border Patrol and to General Kelly's great people that come in and grab these thugs and throw them the hell out. We're liberating our towns and we're liberating our cities. Can you believe we have to do that? Earlier this year, Immigration and Customs Enforcement conducted the largest single raid on transnational gangs in the history of our country. We are dismantling and destroying the bloodthirsty criminal gangs. And well, I will just tell you this, we're not doing it in a politically correct fashion. We're doing it rough. Our guys are rougher than their guys. I asked one of our great generals, how tough are our people? How tough are they? He said, sir, you don't want to know about it. Then I saw one guy come out, a customs officer who's a monster. And I said, so General, you think I could take that guy in a fight? He said, Mr. President, sir, I don't even want to think about it. And I said, you're right, actually. We have tough people. Our people are tougher than their people. Our people are tougher and stronger and meaner and smarter than the gang. One by one, we're finding the illegal gang members, drug dealers, thieves, robbers, criminals, and killers, and we're sending them the hell back home where they came from. And once they are gone, we will never let them back in, believe me.
You are listening to the Wells Report. John David Wells, thanking you very much for being a part of our broadcast. More of this amazing address in just a couple of minutes on 660 AM The Answer.
Hey, it's Mark Davis from my friends at Good Feet. And yes, the business is called Good Feet, and they take care of your feet. But in so doing, they take care of foot pain and knee pain and hip pain, even back pain, because it can all be related to your feet and not having the right kind of arch support. Well, the Good Feet stores in DFW, Fort Worth, Plano, South Lake, and Waco, those Good Feet stores are America's arch support experts. Your shoes don't automatically know how much arch support you need. And when I have my Good Feet inserts in my work shoes, in my workout shoes, in my comfy shoes, and my dress shoes, they all feel great. I'm working better, walking better, living life, loving life, because my feet don't hurt. Foot pain, knee pain, hip pain, back pain, they can help with all of these at the Good Feet stores. And they're in Fort Worth, Plano, South Lake, and Waco. And in Fort Worth and South Lake and Waco, they're open Sundays, noon to 5. So learn all about the hours and all the locations at goodfeetdfw.com. Get out of pain today. Goodfeetdfw.com. That's goodfeetdfw.com.
Hi, I'm Jeff Stewart with Reliant Air Conditioning. In the last 2 months, we've saved our customers over $500,000. How'd we do it? With our exclusive partnership with your utility provider, we get to offer instant rebates of up to $1,500 when you replace that worn-out AC system. When you combine that with Carrier's Cool Cash savings of up to $3,500, we're talking saving over $5,000 on a brand new AC system that can cut your electric bill in half. Now that's how you save people money without gimmicks. But you'll have to hurry because the utility funds can run out at any time. So we're scheduling our free estimates on a first-come, first-served basis. So call 2 other companies first, get their price, and then call Reliant Air Conditioning, and you'll see how we've been gimmick-free since '83. Call 877-YOUR-HERO. That's 877-968-7437 or online at ReliantAirConditioning.com.
Reliant Air Conditioning. Call 877-YOUR-HERO.
William Noble offers extraordinary estate jewelry, exceptional diamonds, and rare jewels to the world's most discerning customer. But did you know they also purchase jewelry? They purchase diamonds, jewelry, and watches in all sizes and price ranges. Here's William Noble.
We believe that if you have jewelry that you've inherited, you're not wearing anymore, that there's no sense in keeping that in a lockbox or a safe. Bring it to us. We can evaluate for it, give you options. You can always sell it. You can redesign it. You can even trade it. But we will give you the options and educate you what you can do with that jewelry and what we would do if we were in your shoes.
It's one of the many reasons why, for 34 years, people of Dallas-Fort Worth have trusted William Noble, providing the highest standards of design, craftsmanship, and excellence in luxury jewelry. And if you have a piece you'd like to sell, look no further than William Noble. Call them at 214-526-3890. That's 214-526-3890. Or visit williamnoble.com. That's williamnoble.com.
Have you still not refinanced your mortgage? Well, soon you may be kicking yourself in the head. Hi, I'm Wesley Hogan with Westland Financial, and interest rates have gone up recently and will continue to rise, but they're still at historical lows. So don't delay. Let us lower your monthly payment, consolidate a first and second, pay off other debt, or drop you into a 15-year loan with no closing costs. That's right. Nothing's rolled into your loan. We'll pay for your appraisal, title, underwriting, settlement fee, everything. Do not miss out on this historic opportunity. Whether to purchase or refinance, you'll pay no closing costs. You won't spend a dime. Think about it. All it takes is a 5-minute phone call to find out how we can save you hundreds or even thousands of dollars a year. And by the way, Westland Financial now is proud to offer reverse mortgages for our clients over 62. So call us at 888-455-3669. The only way you can lose money is not to call Westland Financial. That's 888-455-3669. 888-455-3669.
Westland Financial Corp is located at 200 East Sandpoint Avenue, Suite 800, Santa Ana, California, 92707. Licensed by the Texas Department of Savings and Mortgage Lending as an SML mortgage banker. NMLS number 3304. Not all loans apply. Equalizing lender.
If you're over the age of 50 and considering buying an annuity in the next 60 days, I have some important news for you. Don't buy an annuity until you understand the pros and cons of annuities. A free book to help you maximize your retirement income from television host and three-time author Josh Melberg has been released. This book reveals little-known truths about annuity strategies in simple-to-understand terms. Grab a pen right now because we are about to offer you this free book that unlocks the 5 little-known secrets we believe baby boomers and seniors should know before buying an annuity. Call 800-725-1616 now and you'll receive a free copy of Josh Melberg's book, Next Gen Annuity Strategies Revealed. As a bonus, we'll also send you a copy of The #1 Mistakes Retirees Are Making with Their Investments Today and a free DVD on how you can get up to 33% more income in retirement. Call 800-725-1616. That's 800-725-1616. Employees of J.D. Melberg Financial have the appropriate licenses for the products they offer.
660 AM, The Answer. 660 AM, TheAnswer.com. Only for Texas. This is the Wells Report on 660 AM, The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Reports. John David Wells at your service. 866-660-5759. The president speaking to an abundantly enthusiastic crowd in Youngstown, Ohio this evening, had a very successful speech and talked about a national crackdown on sanctuary cities.
American cities should be sanctuaries for law-abiding Americans, for people that look up to the law, for people that respect the law, not for criminals and gang members that we want the hell out of our country. Sanctuary cities legislation has passed the House along with Kate's Law, named for Kate Steinle, who was brutally killed by a 5-time deported illegal immigrant. We are asking the Senate to vote on sanctuary cities and Kate's Law legislation. We've got to get it passed. The Trump administration has the backs of our ICE officers, our Border Patrol agents, and yes, our great police officers, and we have their backs 100%. We're going to also protect them like they protect us.
Indeed. By the way, the president then sort of pivoted toward why our borders have to be closed.
We also strongly believe that our borders must always be closed to terrorism and extremism. We don't want radical Islamic terrorists in our country. We've seen the total devastation in Europe, and we've seen the murderous attacks from New York to Boston to San Bernardino. Exactly 1 year ago next month, I came right here to Youngstown to deliver a major address on how my administration would protect our country from terrorism and radical Islamic terrorism. We only want to admit those into our country who share our values, who love our people, and who always will love our people. We don't want people coming into our country who have bad intentions even before they start.
We also want to do something else about an immigration system, and the president spoke about that as well.
They're tired, really tired politicians, and the stale debates of the past, and to finally come together as one nation under God. We have no choice. We cannot and never will back down. We will never, ever give up. We cannot fail. And if we remember what unites us, then I promise you, we will not fail. We cannot fail. We will make America strong again. We will make America wealthy again. We will make America proud again. We will make America safe again. And we will make America great again. Thank you. God bless you. God bless the state of Ohio. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, that was the president speaking in Ohio this evening. He had some other things to say. We want to get to those as well. But we did want to talk a little bit about a merit-based immigration program.
As we speak, we are working with two wonderful senators, Tom Cotton and David Perdue, to create a new immigration system for America. Instead of today's low-skill system, just a terrible system where anybody comes in. People that have never worked, people that are criminals, anybody comes in. We want a merit-based system, one that protects our workers, our taxpayers, and one that protects our economy. We want it merit-based. We want people that worked really hard in their country and that are going to come into our country and work really, really hard. We don't want people that come into our country and immediately go on welfare and stay there for the rest of their lives. We're not going to do it.
And then, of course, the president talked a little bit about the healthcare system in America and how the healthcare system in America is in the hands of the Senate of the United States and what the senators really had to do.
For 7 years, every Republican running for office promised to repeal and replace this disastrous law. Now they must keep their promise. The Senate is working not only to repeal Obamacare, but to deliver great health care for the American people. Any senator who votes against repeal and replace is telling America that they are fine with the Obamacare nightmare, and I predict they'll have a lot of problems. In West Virginia, recent premiums have gone up 169% since Obamacare went into effect. In Alaska, over 200%. And the deductibles have gone through the roof. You'll never even get to use it. In Missouri, premiums have shot up 145% under Obamacare. In Pennsylvania, the cost of Obamacare insurance has more than doubled, and the coverage has become horrific. It's time for Democrats to stop resisting. That's their term, resist, resist. They have to do, finally, what's right for the American people, but probably we'll do it ourselves because today we won 51-50 and didn't get one Democrat vote. Think of that.
Yeah, and the thing about it is that as sad as it may seem, I don't think it's going to get any better either. And then he talked a little bit about dependence to independence with tax reform that's coming up.
My administration is working every single day to heed and honor the will of the voters. That includes working on one of the biggest tax cuts in American history. And actually, if I get what I want, it will be the single biggest tax cut in American history. We have the highest taxes anywhere in the world. And this will really bring them down to one of the lowest. And we really have no choice. We will have growth. We will have everything that we've dreamed of having. It's time to let Americans keep more of their own money. It's time to bring new companies to our shores and to create a new era of growth, prosperity, and wealth. We want millions of Americans to be lifted from welfare to work and from dependence to independence. One of the ways we will put more Americans to work is by rebuilding our nation's crumbling infrastructure. That is why I have called on legislators to pass a bill that generates $1 trillion in new infrastructure investments. We're going to fix our roads, our bridges, our tunnels, our airports. We are going to fix all of the things that once made us great. And we're going to use American iron, American steel, American aluminum. We will buy American and we will hire, finally, American. We want, once again, to have the best infrastructure, the best schools, the best jobs, the best factories. And we want products that proudly carry the label, Made in the USA. We want this country that we love so much, America, to be strong, proud, and free, which means America must also be united. Because when America is united, America is totally unstoppable. Although I'll be totally honest with you, even if it's not united, we're unstoppable, so don't worry about it. We're going to be unstoppable either way, but it would be nice, wouldn't it? Our small differences are nothing compared to our common history, common values, and common future. We share one heart, one home, and one glorious destiny. Now it is up to us to preserve the birthright of freedom and justice, the birthright of prosperity that our ancestors won for us with their sweat, with their blood, with their work, with their muscle, with their brain. They won it for us, and we're going to make it bigger and better and stronger than it ever was before.
And there you go, the President of the United States from Youngstown, Ohio this evening. He does very, very well with we, the people of the United States. We are his friends. We are the people who are responsible for him being in office. Remember, I've said this many times. I'll continue to say this many times. We are the people responsible for Donald Trump as president. We put him there. The Republicans didn't. The Democrats didn't. The mainstream media didn't. We did. We did that because we wanted something different for this nation. Something that politics, as usual, was certainly not going to be able to provide. And that's why we have this president saying the things he says. Is he rough around the edges? Depends on your point of view. If you understand that he's not a politician and he's the president of the United States, things begin to smooth out a little bit for you. But if you keep trying to compare him to other presidents in the past, you might be frustrated. I like him. I think he's okay. You're listening to the Wells Report. This is 660 AM The Answer.
At any time in Texas, it can feel like the change of the seasons. But I'll tell you what, as we work our way into springtime, Abacus Foundation has been serving North Texas with the highest quality foundation repair solutions for 17 years. And with a warmer temperature and additional moisture, oh my, the foundations can be rocking and rolling. So if you got cracks in the sheetrock or doors that are sticking, call Abacus Foundation Repair at 972-406-9000. 972-406-9000. These are the people I call. These are the folks who have been to my house. These are the folks who will not give you a foundation job you don't need, but will tell you exactly what's going on. Now, if you do need a new foundation, you got the Millennium Composite Pilings, the strongest, and folks at Abacus are the only folks offering it. And get this, $1,000 off any job with 10 pilings or more. AbacusFoundationRepair.com. Lifetime warranty, transferable, 972-406-9000, 972-406-9000, or AbacusFoundationRepair.com.
The crazy stuff happening in Washington means really smart people, I mean the best people, get a chance for the moment to refi their mortgage or pull cash out of their homes until the president can put a lid on things.
Be one of those really smart people by getting Cash Call Mortgage's 15-year fixed, no closing cost refi at today's super low 2.99% rate and APR. But you need to act now, even if you're in process with another lender. Take 5 minutes to call and grab this 2.99% 15-year fixed rate with no closing costs from Cash Call Mortgage. Make the cash call at 855-875-CASH or log on to cashcallmortgage.com.
And believe me, this is not fake news.
First Mortgages, Impact Mortgage Corp., DBA Cash Call Mortgage, Equal Housing Lender. Call 866-900-8744 for disclosures, terms, and restrictions. Not licensed in all states. Not available in Washington State. NMLS 128231.
That's 855-875-CASH. 855-875-CASH.
Hey, everybody, it's Mark Davis and my friends at Viascan of Las Colinas, where their birthday celebration continues. And usually for a birthday, you're going to go get something for somebody. Well, at Viascan of Las Colinas, they want to keep doing something for you. And they've been doing something for me for years and doing something for our community for 16 years now. And so what they're going to do in view of that anniversary is continue to offer you their prices as if it were 2001 when they opened the door. And that is $595 for 2 amazing tests, any one of which could be thousands at local hospitals. It is the heart scan, the opportunity to see if you've got any plaques or blockages in your heart that could be a sign of a heart attack about to happen. And the body scan, a search for cancers in their tiniest beginnings so you can treat them and live. Viascan of Las Colinas, 972-739-2840. 972-739-2840. Ask for the birthday specials at 972-739-2840. Viascan of Las Colinas. Go when you feel good. Just Google Viascan.
Guys, are you tired of being tired? Frustrated because it seems impossible to lose belly fat? If you're looking for a solution, then listen to Mark.
I had fantastic results with the Andro 400 Max. Probably lost 35 pounds, and more impressive than that was the inches I lost off of my belly and my waist. And the increased energy is fantastic. I'll be totally honest, I tried a different product, and I wasn't happy with the different product. You guys are considerably cheaper than the other brand, and I can really feel the difference.
Andro 400 Max, the extra strength, all natural testosterone booster, the safe, easy, and affordable way to gain energy and lose stubborn belly fat. Satisfaction guaranteed or your money back. Feel and look like a new man. Go to andro400.com or call 888-400-0435. 888-400-0435.
We finally have the home of our dreams, but it wasn't because we purchased the home of our dreams. It's because we purchased an ordinary home and hired the design experts at Adair's Fine Floors to make it extraordinary. From our complete bath renovation all the way to our sparkling new quartz countertops in our kitchen. Adair's Fine Floors does so much more than just floors. At Adair's, you'll find granite and quartz countertops, sinks, blinds, shutters, rugs, as well as a huge selection of wood, tile, carpet, and vinyl flooring. Adair's and their skilled installers will make sure your project will go as smoothly as possible from start to finish. The hardest decision you'll have to make is choosing from such a wide range of choices.
Stop by their showroom at the corner of Abrams and Royal in Lake Highlands and let them help you take your home from ordinary to extraordinary. Call 214-503-1324. That's 214-503-1324 or visit their website at adairsfloors.com. That's adairsfloors.com.
You can listen on the go. Find us on iHeartRadio, 660 AM. The Answer. Now, more of the Wells Report with John David Wells on 660 AM. The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Report. My name is John David Wells from USA Today. Today, there's this story about how President Trump wants to defang ethics oversight. And it's according to a guy named Walter Schaub. Who is Walter Schaub? Walter Schaub is the former director of the Office of Government Ethics. He accused the White House of moving to undercut tough enforcement of ethics laws by installing a friendly figure as acting head of his agency, or the agency. In an interview with Capital Download, Walter Schaub said that an early test of the officer's independence could arise soon involving the White House communications director, Anthony Scaramucci. Schaub repeatedly clashed with President Trump and his administration when he served as the federal government's top ethics watchdog, a job he left last week. Well, the reason he was clashing was because he's a deep state operative. He used to work for the Obama administration, and he is now out of a job and probably not real happy about it. Got it? I understand completely. But what I want to do is I want to admonish you, and I also would like to admonish the USA Today, when the former director of anything speaks, realize that whoever it is simply an Obama-era deep state operative, and just move on. They're not going to say anything positive. There's nothing for them to say that's positive. They're simply working the agenda. If you like propaganda, fine, read ahead. But otherwise, nah, this is the Wells Report.
Attention business owners. Are you struggling while waiting for your customers to pay on their net 30s, 60s, or 90s? Can't get a business loan because you have no equity, bad credit, or no credit at all? Then you need to call AmeriFactors. Get cash right now for your invoices instead of getting turned down by the banks or taking out a high-interest business loan. There is nothing to pay back. We simply buy your accounts receivable, and if those clients don't pay on those invoices, we take the loss. You have already been paid. We don't give you funds based on your credit. We give you funds based on your accounts receivable. Go buy that new equipment, hire those new employees, or use the working funds to bid on jobs you never thought you could go after. With AmeriFactors, there is no more waiting for your customers to pay. We give you the working funds while we wait for the net 30s, 60s, and 90s. Fund your business today with AmeriFactors by calling 800-698-9150. That's 800-698-9150. Or text FACTOR to 41411. That's FACTOR to 41411. And simply click the link to call and get funds within 48 hours.
At Simple Sleep Services, we believe the best way to treat the serious medical condition of sleep apnea is the easy way. Our team of doctors are experts in providing the least invasive treatment for snoring and sleep apnea, a custom-fit, comfortable solution that you simply pop in before bed each night and wake up feeling refreshed. And it's covered by medical insurance. You don't have to endure the cumbersome CPAP mask or go through the pain and downtime of surgery or implants. We are the most experienced team in the nation providing our treatment. Your diagnosis will be from a board-certified sleep physician using today's latest technology. Let us start you down the path of a restful night's sleep. Visit simplesleepservices.com or call 469-685-1700. Treat your sleep apnea and snoring the simple way. No CPAP, no surgery, no implants, just simple sleep. Go to simplesleepservices.com or call 469-685-1700. Don't spend another night on the couch or sleeping alone. simplesleepservices.com.
Mattress shopping? You've probably noticed that the big box stores are constantly running sales. That's what you have to do when you're selling price instead of quality. At Sovereign European Sleep Systems, they don't have sales. Why? Because the quality of their product is as consistent as their pricing. So if you want a truly great mattress at a very reasonable price, you should consider the Sovereign mattress. A healthier, more durable, more comfortable mattress at a very reasonable price. Sovereign European Sleep Systems in Dallas and South Lake. Learn more at sovn.com.
This is 660 AM, The Answer. A service of Salem Media Group on the NASDAQ as SALM. KSKY, Balch Springs, Dallas, Fort Worth. 660 AM, The Answer.
Fox News Radio, I'm Jane Metzler. A call for bipartisanship.
We're getting nothing done, my friends. We're getting nothing done.
He's battling brain cancer, but Senator John McCain returned to Washington to cast a procedural vote on the ObamaCare repeal bill.
I voted for the motion to proceed to allow debate to continue and amendments to be offered. I will not vote for this bill as it is today. It's a shell of a bill right now. We all know that.
In the Senate tonight, debate on amendments to that bill, none passing the procedural hurdles needed to move forward. Police arresting more than 100 healthcare protesters at the Capitol today.
I'm very, very happy with the result.
President Trump, after the healthcare vote, asked if he plans to fire Attorney General Jeff Sessions. He said, "Time will tell. Time will tell." Fox News, we report, you decide.
You're listening to 660 AM, The Answer.
Hello, Howard Garrett, the Dirt Doctor here. I got a little show on the weekends, Sunday morning, and it's about natural organic gardening. We talk about landscaping and pest control. We talk about tree care. We talk about specific pest control on some things where other people say there are no solutions. Things like oak wilt, rose rosette, crepe myrtle bark scale, and fungal canker on Italian cypress. Join me every Sunday morning, 8 to 11, right here on 660 AM, The Answer.
Ready and reliable, anytime, night or day. When your plumbing's got problems or your drains are clogged, that's when you need AAA. You go to AAA-auger.com.
Is your home ready for summer? Is your water system ready to handle the demands of Texas heat? Are you concerned about high water bills heading into summer? Call the reliable Red and the professional plumbers at AAA Auger Plumbing Services for a free home evaluation, where there's never a charge for coming out and no extra charge for nights, weekends, or holidays. Call AAA Auger Plumbing Services 24-hour hotline now at 877-999-1979. That's 877-999-1979. So if you need a plumber fast, call AAA Auger Plumbing Services. Some restrictions apply. License M37445.
When your plumbing's got problems or your drains are clogged, go to AAA-auger.com.
Balance of Nature's fruits and veggies.
When I heard of Balance of Nature, and I said, because I had prayed, Lord, how am I going to get all this food into me that's so good to me? That's when I called. Now I know that I get my fruits and my vegetables into me, and I don't have to work so hard. I know that I am getting the proper things into my body. I do believe that if I didn't have this already in my body, my Balance of Nature, it wouldn't have gone so good for me. But because my body was healthy, that's what kept me going.
Take Dr. Howard's Health Challenge and find out how to get 2 free sets of fruits and veggies. We'll even ship them to you free. Call 1-800-2468-751. That's 1-800-2468-751. Or go online to balanceofnature.com. Use promo code 660AM.
What's the scariest thing about going to the dentist? Opening your mouth or opening your wallet? Because just a simple cleaning can cost $100, and things like root canals can cost you hundreds more. If you don't have dental insurance to help, you should give Physicians Mutual Insurance Company a call. 1-800-200-9887. This isn't a discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance that helps pay for checkups right away, so you can call today and get your teeth cleaned tomorrow. Plus, it helps cover the more expensive procedures you might need down the road. Fillings, crowns, bridges, even costly dentures. There's no deductible and no annual maximum. Your acceptance is guaranteed for one of these insurance policies, even if you're retired or on Medicare. There are no networks, so you can choose any dentist you'd like. That's right, any dentist you want. Call and we'll rush you a free information kit with all the details. 1-800-200-9887. That's 1-800-200-9887. 1-800-200-9887. 9887.
$1.99, $1.99.
Penny here is trying to see how many ways she can say $1.99.
$199, 10 times 9.
Thankfully, there's only one way to say delicious deal. And that's Long John Silver's one-piece fish and fries for only $1.99. Come to Long John Silver's today for our delicious 100% Alaskan whitefish. Hand-dipped, cooked to golden perfection, and served with natural cut fries, all for only a little help here, Penny?
$1.99. Wow, $1.99?
Yes, Penny. Wow. Because at Long John Silver, Silvers, you deserve more.
We alarm our houses and we alarm our cars. But when it comes to your personal information, it can be tough to know when something isn't right. That's where Discover Card can help. Now, we'll send you an alert if we find your social security number on any one of thousands of risky websites. And this service is free for card members. Just sign up online. It's our way of looking out for you, not just your account. Learn more at discover.com/free alerts. Limitations apply.
I used to love wearing dresses and shorts. Then I started getting spider veins, and even worse, those embarrassing, bulging, varicose veins. For a while, I covered up my legs. But then I discovered Vein Clinics of America.
Vein Clinics of America is the oldest, largest, most experienced vein treatment center in the U.S. And for 35 years, they've been the leading expert in the treatment of vein disease. Using state-of-the-art laser and minimally invasive treatments, they can begin restoring the natural beauty of your legs in as little as an hour with no downtime, and most treatments are covered by your insurance.
My legs look great and feel great. I even love wearing summer dresses and shorts again.
Make sure your legs look and feel their best for summer. Call now and schedule a free fast-track consultation to find out how you can finally get rid of those embarrassing varicose and spider veins. Space is limited, so call 800-780-1975. That's 800-780-1975. 800-780-1975.
Dallas, Fort Worth's home for stimulating talk. 660 AM, The Answer. Is anybody out there paying attention to what's going on in this country, in this state, and in this city? We know one man who is. You got questions? He's got answers. This is the Wells Report with John David Wells on 660 AM, The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Report. My name is John David Wells. Our telephone number is 866-660-5759. 866-660-5759. So, Anthony Scaramucci is the new chief of communications for the Trump administration. He has talked a little bit about how press briefings might return to television airwaves. They have been really, really good. I have truly enjoyed being able to see the president's agenda unfold in front of me every day. I was very, like a lot of Americans, I was distressed at the incredible abuse that Sean Spicer was taking day after day from that lectern. He is not just a political spokesperson. He's also a, I believe he's a commander in the Naval Reserve. And a U.S. Navy commander all by himself, just kind of deserves a heck of a lot more real respect than that. And it really was hard to watch. However, video coverage had been something that Sean Spicer said that we could get rid of, and he was correct. It was being abused by the press. And the way the press dealt with press questions and so on and so forth after the cameras had been turned off or turned aside was markedly different than what happened when they were on the air. It was like all of a sudden all of these journalists, quote unquote journalists, became characters in a reality television show instead of journalists working to do their jobs. So I agreed from the move away from video coverage. However, the president realized that was a very serious problem that needed to get fixed. And so he hired a new director of communications. Sean Spicer left. Sarah Huckabee Sanders is now the new press secretary. And then yesterday, Scaramucci said, now I'm going to start working on leaks. And strangely enough, he got bit by the media regarding leaks. White House Communications Director Anthony Scaramucci slammed the media for reporting on a leaked firing, despite the fact that he was the one who leaked it in the first place, so says the Washington Free Beacon. Scaramucci was asked by reporters at the White House at a driveway today about the reported firing of Assistant Press Secretary Michael Short. This is the problem with the leaking. It's actually a terrible thing. Let's say I'm firing Michael Short today, he continued. The fact that you guys know about it before he does really upsets me as a human being and as a Roman Catholic. But Scaramucci's complaint was an odd one. The news of Short's firing was first reported by Politico, who cited Scaramucci himself as a source. Newly appointed White House Communications Director Anthony Scaramucci said on Tuesday he plans to dismiss Assistant Press Secretary Michael Short, read the piece's lead. Scaramucci warned that Short would be the first of many if he's not able to stop leaks coming out of the communications and press shop. Politico even quoted Scaramucci directly. I'm committed to taking the comm shop down to Sarah Huckabee Sanders and me if I can't get the leaks to stop. Well, Michael Short, who happened to be on CNN minutes after the story broke, did not know that he had been fired. No one has told me anything. No one has told me anything. The entire premise is false, said Short. But later this afternoon, Short told multiple reporters that he had resigned. At a gaggle with reporters early this morning, Scaramucci specifically pointed to the report of Short's possible firing as a reason the leaks need to stop, even though he was reportedly the one who, Politico, said that had said something and quoted him directly. So now he has to go back and figure out just exactly how that worked. How was it that he was able to make that quote, and who was it that spoke it, or who was it that passed it along? I doubt very sincerely that he said that in front of a Politico reporter, which means that whoever he was talking to is another leak. Scaramucci is a human being. He said, I should have had the opportunity to let somebody go and let the person go in a very humane and dignified way. And then the next thing, to help the person get a job somewhere. Okay, because he probably has a family, right? So now you guys are talking about it. It's not fair. Here's the problem with the leaking. Why I have to figure out a way to get the leaking to stop. Because it hurts people. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. According to this dismissal sheds light on Scaramucci, a New York financier, trusted advisor to the president. He's going to run the White House's communications and press outfits. And how he might plan to handle the firings of staffers is now under his purview. Scaramucci has guaranteed job security to only 3 White House staffers involved in the White House communications operations. Newly appointed White House Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders, Director of Strategic Communications Hope Hicks, and Social Media Director Dan Scavino. As it relates to the other people in the comm shop, I've got to get to know them. I got to get to know the people. They've got to get to know me. Hopefully they'll like me and they'll want to stay. We'll see what happens. Scaramucci has said in a series of interviews in recent days, he plans to take a hard line on leaks. In an interview with conservative radio host Hugh Hewitt, my colleague here on 660 AM The Answer, he urged White House officials to stop acting like mean girls. 866-660-5759. How do you like Scaramucci so far? Do you think that the president is well served by his new communications director? So far, I think he's doing a very, very good job. I don't know why it was that Sean Spicer did not have this easy command of the spokesperson role. The easy command that is being shown every single day by Anthony Scaramucci. You know, I like the fact that he's there. He's straightforward. He answers truthfully. He puts it on a human scale, human level. I like that a lot. But what I don't like, or I really have a major problem with the leaking, I really do. Just the same as Scaramucci does, the same as the president does. It's un-American and it's dangerous. It really screws people up. I don't understand why people do it in the first place. I suppose the reason they do it is because they're working at cross purposes with the president of the United States. Well, if you're in his administration and you're working at cross purposes with the United States, why wouldn't you resign? I suppose that's a question I need to ask. Do the people listening to this particular conversation, if, say, for example, you were an anti-Trump person, a never-Trumper, and you were the only person that knew it, would you stay there and continue to do damaging things to the president, or would you get out of the way? To me, I'd hope you'd get out of the way. I'm trying to figure out how come people don't. It's possible to have an interaction with somebody that you do not agree with politically and still be friends at the end of the conversation. It's possible to do that. I just did it a couple of seconds ago. I mean, clearly we have to communicate better as Americans in the United States of America. But that being said, it's not something that you need to do. In other words, forgetting your standards and principles in order to communicate with somebody who disagrees with you politically, that's not what you should do. You should react politely. If someone is extremely upset about the fact that you are, say, somebody that voted for Donald Trump, don't rub their faces in it. Change subjects. Don't dwell. And if you happen to work for the government, for crying out loud, stop sabotaging President Trump. Just resign or just move on to something else. If you ever go to USA Jobs, every job that the government has just about is listed there. You fill out an application form, fill out a resume form. You can apply to any job anywhere in the United States. Some you're qualified for, some you're not qualified for. Some require security clearances that you may not have. Need to watch out for those because you could end up putting everything in your life on a piece of paper and then having to be tested by polygraph on all the things you put on the piece of paper. That's not a lot of fun. My dad said he never, ever, ever got used to being polygraphed. Hated it. I get it. I get it. But you got to get out of the way. You got to be an American. You got to understand that, what the president said. I wasn't the president. It was Jared Kushner yesterday. He said all of these slaps at President Trump are slaps at the voters of the United States. Because they indeed put President Trump in office. Beating them up over it is counterproductive. It's anti-American. And if you are a deep state operator, which probably means you're either a leftist progressive or you're what used to be called a Democrat. If you're in those circumstances, you're damaging your own brand. You need to get out of the way. You're listening to the Wells Report on 660 AM. The Answer coming up in just a couple of seconds, actually after the bottom of the hour. There are big problems for Deborah Wasserman Schultz. and we'll have those for you. But right now, I want to ask you this. How's Anthony Scaramucci doing for Donald Trump as the new communications director? Do you like him? Don't like him? Tell me why next on the Wells Report.
At any time in Texas, it can feel like the change of the seasons. But I'll tell you what, as we work our way into springtime, Abacus Foundation has been serving North Texas with the highest quality foundation repair solutions for 17 years. And with a warmer temperature and additional moisture, oh my, the foundations can be rocking and rolling. So if you got cracks in the sheetrock or doors that are sticking, call Abacus Foundation Repair at 972-406-9000. 972-406-9000. These are the people I call. These are the folks who have been to my house. These are the folks who will not give you a foundation job you don't need, but will tell you exactly what's going on. Now, if you do need a new foundation, you got the Millennium Composite Pilings, the strongest, and folks at Abacus are the only folks offering it. And get this, $1,000 off any job with 10 pilings or more. AbacusFoundationRepair.com. Lifetime warranty, transferable, 972-406-9000, 972-406-9000, or AbacusFoundationRepair.com.
Message and data rates may apply.
Attention, it is illegal to text and drive. So if you're experiencing hair loss and you want a permanent solution, please pull over now, because an incredible offer that could give you your hair back is just one text away. Bosley is the world's most experienced hair restoration expert, always pioneering the latest technology. And now, we're giving everyone who texts the word GROW to 543-543 an absolutely free information kit that reveals just how easy and affordable this permanent solution really is. Don't wait. When you text GROW to 543-543, we'll also give you a gift certificate for $250 off. Millions of men and women have come to Bosley for a permanent solution to hair loss. So pull over now and see for yourself how great your hair could look with an absolutely free information kit. Text GROW to 543-543. Plus, get a free gift certificate. This amazing offer is just one text away. GROW to 543-543.
William Noble offers extraordinary estate jewelry, exceptional diamonds, and rare jewels to the world's most discerning customer. But did you know they also purchase jewelry? They purchase diamonds, jewelry, and watches in all sizes and price ranges. Here's William Noble.
We believe that if you have jewelry that you've inherited, you're not wearing anymore, that there's no sense in keeping that in a lockbox or a safe. Bring it to us. We can evaluate for it, give you options. You can always sell it. You can redesign it. You can even trade it. But we will give you the options and educate you what you can do with that jewelry and what we would do if we were in your shoes.
It's one of the many reasons why, for 34 years, people of Dallas-Fort Worth have trusted William Noble, providing the highest standards of design, craftsmanship, and excellence in luxury jewelry. And if you have a piece you'd like to sell, look no further than William Noble. Call them at 214-526-3890. That's 214-526-3890. Or visit WilliamNoble.com. That's WilliamNoble.com.
Have you still not refinanced your mortgage? Well, soon you may be kicking yourself in the head. Hi, I'm Wesley Hogan with Westland Financial, and interest rates have gone up recently and will continue to rise, but they're still at historical lows. So don't delay. Let us lower your monthly payment, consolidate a first and second, pay off other debt, or drop you into a 15-year loan with no closing costs. That's right. Nothing's rolled into your loan. We'll pay for your appraisal, title, underwriting, settlement fee, everything. Do not miss out on this historic opportunity. Whether it's a purchase or refinance, you'll pay no closing costs. You won't spend a dime. Think about it. All it takes is a 5-minute phone call to find out how we can save you hundreds or even thousands of dollars a year. And by the way, Westland Financial now is proud to offer reverse mortgages for our clients over 62. So call us at 888-455-3669. The only way you can lose money is not to call Westland Financial. That's 888-455-3669. 888-455-3669.
Westland Financial Corp is located at 200 East Sandpoint Avenue, Suite 800, Santa Ana, California, 92707. Licensed by the Texas Department of Savings and Mortgage Lending as an SML Mortgage Banker. NMLS number 3304. Not all loans apply. Equal housing lender.
Dennis Prager here. And for 2 years now, I've been telling you about my wife, Sue, who tried Relief Factor because of her knee pain, and it worked. This is before I ever even heard about the product. I never endorsed a pain reliever, but now I am. And yes, now I'm taking Relief Factor too. Maybe you've heard me call it a miracle. In fact, listen to what Amanda from Texas wrote. I was having pain in my left thumb area and left side of my leg from my knee about 4 inches up. After about a week of taking Relief Factor, the pain in my leg has gone away. And a few days later, the pain in my left hand is gone. We've gotten thousands of these testimonials, and if you're struggling with ongoing back or neck pain, shoulder, hip, or knee pain, or general muscle aches and pain, Do what my wife Sue did. Try Relief Factor. Go to relieffactor.com or call them toll free 800-500-8384. 800-500-8384.
Learn a little something at the start of your day. The Mark Davis Show. Mornings 7 to 10 on 660 AM. The Answer. The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. The Wells Report with John David Wells on 660 AM. The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Report. My name is John David Wells. Over the last several days, I have been imploring Attorney General Jeff Sessions to start firing back with investigations of nearly all kinds against James Comey, against Loretta Lynch, against Hillary Clinton, against President Obama, against Susan Rice, against Lois Lerner, against all these people that have, and John Brennan, by the way, is a deep state actor. I've worked to try to get Attorney General Sessions to start moving forward with some of these things to counter the deep state chaos that's being caused around the Trump administration. Well, this is just being reported by The Hill. Attorney General Jeff Sessions will reportedly make an announcement about several criminal leak investigations within days. Officials have told the Washington Post about the forthcoming news from the Justice Department. The investigations will be centered around news reports containing sensitive material about intelligence, said the reports. The news comes as newly appointed White House Communications Director Anthony Scaramucci publicly decried leaks coming from within the West Wing in the first week on the job and vowed to fire staffers who continue talking to reporters. The impending announcement also comes as Trump grows publicly unhappy with Sessions, last week criticizing the Attorney General for recusing himself about the Russia investigation. That heat has somewhat been attenuated by the fact that Rudy Giuliani said that Jeff Sessions did exactly the right thing in recusing himself from all of that. And he did. You got to remember back at the time that he did it, he was under tremendous pressure by the Democrat Party as being a surrogate for the Trump campaign. And that's where he was being questioned as the Attorney General, and it being said that it was quite straightforward. He had to recuse, and he did. It's the right thing. It's the right thing to do. Now, the thing about Jeff Sessions is he's going to have to start some special prosecutors. And that's what he's going to have to do. He doesn't have a choice. Well, I suppose he could quit. And if he does quit, I'm concerned about who President Trump is going to get to take his place. I mean, I'm reasonably sure that Jeff Sessions was not anticipating having all the criticism in the world coming at him from the President of the United States. It's not helpful. Not helpful to Sessions, not helpful to the administration, not helpful to the nation, not helpful at all. But in the coming days, investigations will be announced by Attorney General Jeff Sessions. You know, I don't know why the Attorney General is waiting. I don't know. It's a pretty foregone conclusion that there certainly is at least probable cause in a lot of different places for a serious and factual-based investigation, as opposed to these innuendo-based guessing in invitations to investigate that turn into, okay, Robert S. Mueller III's current fishing expedition for the president. This is the Wells Report, 660 AM The Answer.
What if you could have an experience of a lifetime, and I mean it, a lifetime this year? Dennis Prager here, and a timely and important expedition to the land of Israel awaits you. Make plans now for the Stand with Israel tour happening this fall. Join me on a 9-day trip to Israel that offers you firsthand insight into Israel's unique past and probably unique future. We'll introduce you to the geopolitical, economic, and security dynamics of a truly remarkable nation. Get a behind-the-scenes view into many of the places you've read and heard about, all during United Jerusalem's 50th anniversary. The Western Wall, Jerusalem, the Dead Sea, Golan Heights, and much more. With expert guides and important lectures at key sites, all in the comfort and safety of first-class accommodations.
Look forward to something special this year. Stand with Israel. For details about this all-inclusive trip happening this fall, visit 660amtheanswer.com for all the details.
Attention business owners. Are you struggling while waiting for your customers to pay on their net 30s, 60s, or 90s? Can't get a business loan because you have no equity, bad credit, or no credit at all? Then you need to call AmeriFactors. Get cash right now for your invoices instead of getting turned down by the banks or taking out a high-interest business loan. There is nothing to pay back. We simply buy your accounts receivable. And if those clients don't pay on those invoices, we take the loss. You have already been paid. We don't give you funds based on your credit. We give you funds based on your accounts receivable. Go buy that new equipment, hire those new employees, or use the working funds to bid on jobs you never thought you could go after. With AmeriFactors, there is no more waiting for your customers to pay. We give you the working funds while we wait for the net 30s, 60s, and 90s. Fund your business today with AmeriFactors by calling 800-698-9150. That's 800-698-9150. Or text FACTOR to 41411. That's FACTOR to 41411. And simply click the link to call and get funds within 48 hours.
You have new wood floors and they look gorgeous. That's the good news. The not so good news, they'll eventually have to be cleaned. More good news, there are plenty of wood floor care products to choose from. Bad news, most products will leave a micro layer of residue each time you clean. The really bad news, eventually your wood floor will get dull and hazy almost regardless of which product you clean it with. Now the great news, Doworth Clean can remove that unsightly buildup from your wood floor, revealing the original finish once again. At Doworth, we're more than just carpet cleaners. We clean, restore, polish, and protect every type of flooring in your home, including wood, stone, tile, and even concrete. Call 267-8433 today and ask about a complete flooring makeover for your home. Find out why for over 39 years we've been saying,
because the next best thing to new is Doworth Clean.
At Simple Sleep Services, we believe the best way to treat the serious medical condition of sleep apnea is the easy way. Our team of doctors are experts in providing the least invasive treatment for snoring and sleep apnea, a custom-fit, comfortable solution that you simply pop in before bed each night and wake up feeling refreshed. And it's covered by medical insurance. You don't have to endure the cumbersome CPAP mask or go through the pain and downtime of surgery or implants. We are the most experienced team in the nation providing our treatment. Your diagnosis will be from a board-certified sleep physician using today's latest technology. Let us start you down the path of a restful night's sleep. Visit simplesleepservices.com or call 469-685-1700. Treat your sleep apnea and snoring the simple way. No CPAP, no surgery, no implants, just simple sleep. Go to simplesleepservices.com or call 469-685-1700. Don't spend another night on the couch or sleeping alone. simplesleepservices.com.
The key to success? Keep it simple, especially when it comes to hiring. And nobody makes it easier than Indeed.com. Post a job in minutes, set up screener questions, manage your candidates from one dashboard. According to an independent study, 5 times more hires are made through Indeed than any other job site. New users claim your $50 credit to post a sponsored job at Indeed.com/credit. Indeed, the world's #1 job site. Terms, conditions, and quality standards apply.
At Progressive, we think your floral boutique is the bee's knees. In fact, it's all the bee's knees in every hive of bees and all the trees from here to Belize. Please, everyone agrees. You deserve the expertise of Progressive Business Insurance, with over 40 years of experience helping busy bees and their knees glide with ease like a gentle breeze. So whether you're a worker bee, a queen, or none of these, buzz over to progressivecommercial.com if you please. Faster than a bee's knees as he pollinates the leaves of 3 trees. Progressive Casualty Insurance and Affiliates.
Here's Jungle Jack Hanna for Cosequin.
There's nothing like seeing happy animals, but sometimes they just can't move like they used to, just like me. That's why the Columbus Zoo, voted #1 in America, uses the #1 brand to help our animals along, Cosequin.
From Jungle Jack's animals to your pets, Cosequin is the #1 vet-recommended brand of joint health supplements.
I'm Jungle Jack Hanna telling you Cosequin is the very best.
Cosequin, available from your veterinarian, pet retailers, and online at drugstore.com.
Listen to us live on iHeartRadio, 660 AM. The Answer. You're hearing tomorrow's front page on the Wells Report with John David Wells on 660 AM. The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Report. My name is John David Wells. Telephone number 866-660-5759. This is interesting. A House IT staffer at the center of a congressional computer equipment scandal has been arrested by federal officials and charged with bank fraud. This is something that Fox News is reporting. Fox News is told that officers and agents from the U.S. Capitol Police, the FBI, Customs and Border Protection were involved in the arrest of Imran Awan at Dulles International Airport. Awan, who is 37 years old, he lived in Virginia, pled not guilty to 1 count of bank fraud during his arraignment in federal court in Washington, D.C. He was released. He's going to have to wear a GPS monitor and abide by a curfew. Awan was also ordered to turn over all of his passports. A preliminary hearing is scheduled for August 21st. I wonder if he's going to be here. This is a guy to keep in mind. This is a guy to keep track of. Because if he gets out of the country, that will communicate a great deal. Pay attention. Law enforcement authorities for months have been looking into how Awan may have double billed the House for equipment like computers, iPads, monitors, keyboards, and routers. Several relatives of Awan also worked for House Democrats were fired months ago. Awan, however, was kept on by Deborah Wasserman Schultz of Florida, even though he was no longer allowed access to the House server network. Wasserman Schultz now, however, has fired Awan. This is according to spokesman David Dameron. Mr. Awan previously served as a part-time employee, but his services have been terminated. No charges, evidence, or findings from the investigation have been formally shared with our office, so we cannot comment on them. Authorities have also looked into IT workers putting sensitive House information into the cloud and potentially exposing it to outside sources. Fox News is told that federal officials arrested Awan at Dulles Airport in suburban Virginia as he was trying to leave the country. The criminal complaint and affidavit said that he had bought a ticket to fly Monday to Doha, Qatar. I'm sorry, that's Doha, Qatar. Got the R in the wrong place. And then to Lahore, Pakistan, with a return flight booked for early January. The affidavit specifically alleged he engaged in a scheme to defraud a congressional federal credit union. It did not appear to go into depth in the other matters that investigators had been looking into. Meanwhile, the counsel for Wasserman Schultz, the former Democrat National Committee chairwoman, recently began negotiating with Capitol Police for access to her laptop in the case. Until this point, she had resisted USCP efforts to look at her computer, even suggesting consequences for the agency if the computer was not properly returned. Okay. Fox News first reported last week arrests were coming in the case. Awan and his relatives worked for the House Democrats for more than a decade, earning hundreds of thousands of dollars, but Awan declared bankruptcy in 2012. Awan is of Pakistani descent. Democrat sources have argued the family's ethnicity is a factor in the attention that they're receiving. Well, of course, throw that race card. Whenever you get a chance, throw the race card. What does this look like to you? Does this, there's an awful lot of very strange things going on from a cyber standpoint with leaders of the Democrat Party. Have you noticed this? 866-660-5759. This is something that fascinates me. It's like all of a sudden the new toy for Democrats is playing around in cyberspace for political advantage. And not all of it is wholesome. Not all of it is typical, even. I mean, it's like they have really bad luck with computer systems. And I'm kind of concerned about that. Hillary wanting to keep everything completely and totally quiet about her time as Secretary of State. She wanted to control every bit of communication that she had as the Secretary of State. There's only one reason why. There's only one reason. I mean, I don't want to cast aspersions, and I certainly don't want to speculate. So here's what I'll do. I'll ask you this way. Can you think of any reason why it would be in Hillary's best interest to have complete control of everything that she communicated with everyone she communicated with as Secretary of State? Can you think about why that was so important and report your findings? 866-660-5759. To me, this is relatively straightforward. Why would Hillary want to maintain sole control of everything she discussed when she was the Secretary of State? Why would the FBI, for example, have so much trouble trying to reconstruct the data off of the BleachBit treated server that Hillary had in her possession? I've been told that BleachBit is, by IT experts, I've been told that BleachBit is minor league stuff. And I'm going, basic minor league stuff, really? Yeah, apparently. Well, if that's the case, then why would the FBI have so much trouble decoding it? Is it because they didn't want to decode it? Also, somewhere out of the clear blue sky, James Comey comes up with Anthony Weiner's laptop. It's chock full of State Department emails, some of them classified. I'm just trying to figure out why it is that Democrats are having so much trouble with computers. Why are they having so much difficulty keeping their computers out of the news? Eight 866-660-5759, 866-660-5759 is our telephone number. Why would Hillary Clinton want to maintain total control of all communications while she was Secretary of State? That's an easy one for me. Easy. But as we do all this, I'm just struck by the fact that one thing after another. Broken up Blackberries, destroyed with hammers, servers wiped clean with BleachBit. And it's just never ending. Now we have somebody who's one of her IT gurus who's suddenly in jail or at least in trouble because of bank fraud. 866-660-5759. Let me get to Jim in Dallas. Jim, thanks for joining us. Welcome to the Wells Report.
Hey, JD.
Hey.
Listen, here's what I think. I think it's patently obvious. I think what's on that server, if anybody ever can get hold of a copy of it, is enough to send Hillary and maybe everybody else, or Huma, Winter, and Bill, maybe even Obama up the river for a long time in terms of paper play and God knows what all else. I think she ought to come clean, show some respect to the United States, and hand over that stuff.
I don't know that she has it. I don't know that she has it. I'm pretty sure that somebody does, because there were two computer companies that got information from that server. One was Platte River something or other, and the other one was I think that was the other one was in New York State. Platte River was in Pueblo, Colorado. And those guys hit the panic button when they realized what they were dealing with. Once they got into the server and realized that they had classified information, they called the FBI. And you know, the interesting thing about this is that most of all of this, except for this arrest here, everything else that I've talked about, I mean, can you, and I'm not saying listen, I'm not saying that this is real, but have you noticed that there's kind of a pattern here? Whenever I was talking about any of those other Democrat Party problems with cyberspace and so on and so forth, it was like they were intercepted and taken care of by James Comey. But James Comey's out of the way now. So James Comey's out of the way, and suddenly a House IT staffer working with Deborah Wasserman Schultz gets arrested. It's probably just a coincidence. But you know, I wonder. Law enforcement officials have been looking for months into how Iran may have double billed the House for equipment like computers, iPads, monitors, keyboards, and routers. Pretty impressive for a part-time employee, but his services have been terminated. No charges, evidence, or findings of the investigation have been formally shared with our office, so we cannot communicate or comment on them. Yeah, so if there is indeed some intrigue when it comes to IT with the Democrats, is it just a coincidence? Or is this something that is a little more ominous? So, this IT personage with access to Deborah Wasserman Schultz's computer tries to leave the country surreptitiously. He's been arrested. He's been told to stay in the United States. He turned over all of his passports. But I want you to keep this in mind. His preliminary hearing is scheduled for August 21st. So that means that he's got a curfew, he's got to wear a GPS, and so on and so forth. What would it mean to you if he was able to somehow get out of the country? You're listening to the Wells Report. This is 660 AM The Answer.
Hey, everybody, Mark Davis. It's going to be a long, hot summer of conservative battles as we try to get things done that we were looking to achieve in the election of President Trump. And as we move through the summer with challenges around every corner, there's something you and I can do. There's something I do every day, and you can join me, and that's being a Patriot Mobile customer. PatriotMobile.com/Mark for special offers just for you, or 1-800-A-PATRIOT. What is the difference you make when you sign up with Patriot Mobile? Well, if you're in bed with Big Mobile right now, your money went to Hillary for president. It goes to all kinds of causes on the left, and that stops. They only contribute to conservative causes and candidates at Patriot Mobile, and we as customers get to pick them. So learn more at 1-800-A-PATRIOT and PatriotMobile.com/Mark. Learn about the fantastic plans. You're going to get great customer service, same phone selection, bring over your same phone number, and save a bunch with Patriot Mobile. Learn more and move conservatism downfield. PatriotMobile.com/Mark, PatriotMobile.com/Mark, or 1-800-A-PATRIOT.
If you're a CPAP user, soap and water cleaning may leave harmful bacteria, viruses, and mold that can make you sick. That alone will keep you up at night. Until now, SoClean.com is the world's first and only automated hands-free CPAP cleaner and sanitizer. SoClean kills 99.9% of all CPAP germs without soap, water, harsh chemicals, or even equipment disassembly. And now you can try it risk-free for 30 days. Call 1-953-4545.
SoClean changed the CPAP experience for the better. My health has improved. It's simple to use, and I'm not worried about infections.
SoClean's revolutionary design makes it easy to clean your CPAP and protect you against CPAP-related illnesses. Plus, SoClean works with all popular CPAP devices to clean them in minutes. It really is that easy. Don't risk your health. Call SoClean.com now to try it risk-free for 30 days. Call 1-800-953-4545. This offer won't last. Call now. 800-953-4545. 800-953-4545.
Thinking about life insurance? What if you could make one free phone call and learn your best price from nearly a dozen highly rated, price competitive companies? Well, that's exactly what happens when you call SelectQuote Life. For example, George is 40. He was getting sky-high quotes from other companies because he takes meds to control his blood pressure. But when I shopped around, I found him a 10-year, $500,000 policy for under $25 a month. I'm SelectQuote agent Dan Savino. And believe me, if SelectQuote isn't shopping for your life insurance, you're probably paying too much.
For your free quote, call 800-721-4880. That's 800-721-4880. 800-721-4880. Or go to SelectQuote.com. Since 1985, we shop, you save.
Get full details on the example policy at SelectQuote.com/commercials. Your price could vary depending on your health, issuing company, and other factors. Not available in all states.
Futures and options trading involves substantial risk and is not suitable for all investors.
Fire the stockbroker and hire yourself. I'm Larry Levin, and I've been on the trading floor for 23 years. I was one of the biggest traders in the S&P pit. I'm also the president of Trading Advantage, the leading educational firm teaching people how to become professional day traders. Now, for a limited time, I'm offering one of the trading techniques I use to make $1.9 million for free. Invest in and control your own future. Get started right now by calling 800-914-5567. Leave your email address on my voicemail, and I'll email you my free trading technique and daily insiders market report at no cost to you. This is the very information I use to build my fortune.
I was getting ready to retire. I still needed to make extra income, but I didn't want to work for anyone else. Because of Larry and his excellent instructors, I can trade successfully for myself, and I'll never have to work for someone else again.
Fire the stockbroker and hire the most dependable person you know. You. Again, call in the next 90 minutes. Leave your email address on my voicemail. 800-914-5567. 800-914-5567.
Get to Lumber Liquidators Summer Splash Flooring Sale for the best deals on the best selection of wood-look waterproof floors and more. Choose from more than 40 varieties of vinyl plank up to 45% off. Get 20% off Avella wood-look tile packages. And all water-resistant Dream Home X2O laminate is on sale. Plus, get pre-finished hardwood on sale from $149. Like Bellawood Select Maple, it's 30% off. More from 49 cents and special financing. Hurry, get to the Summer Splash Flooring Sale today.
Hi, I'm Jay Farner, CEO of Quicken
Quicken Loans. Every day people ask me, can I still take advantage of today's low rates? Is it still a good time to refinance? The answer is yes. Now's a great time to call Quicken Loans at 800-QUICKEN. The rate today on a 30-year fixed-rate mortgage is 3.99%, APR 4.19%. Call us today at 800-QUICKEN or go to QuickenLoans.com. That's 800-QUICKEN.
Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLSConsumerAccess.org number 3030.
This is 660 AM. The Answer. Isn't thinking so much more fun than getting yelled at? The Wells Report on 660 AM. The Answer. 660 AM.
You are listening to the Wells Report. John David Wells. And you. How you doing? Everything good? So remember yesterday we were talking about how Democrat Representative Luis Gutierrez was a problem for the Democrat Party. He's like having a real problem because he's yelling and screaming about bringing Trump to his knees and removing him from office. Impeachment. I was wondering how the Democrat Party was going to get control of him. Well, apparently this was part of it. Joe Schaafstall, reporting in The Beak, the Washington Free Beacon, pointed this out. Democrat Representative Luis Gutierrez has dispersed tens of thousands of dollars in campaign funds to his wife this year, bringing her total compensation to more than $400,000 since she first appeared on the campaign's payroll. Gutierrez, who was first elected to Congress in 1992, recently grabbed headlines for saying Democrats would eliminate Trump as president if they take back the House of Representatives. Yeah. Hey, Lewis, what are you going to do about that $400,000 that your wife has? Is that somewhat troublesome, my friend? The answer, of course, is yeah. Yeah, that's problematic. I'm sure they'll figure out something. I wonder if it'll be anywhere close to the truth. Hey, I can dream, right? This is the Wells Report.
If you're over the age of 50 and considering buying an annuity in the next 60 days, I have some important news for you. Don't buy an annuity until you understand the pros and cons of annuities. A free book to help you maximize your retirement income from television host and three-time author Josh Melberg has been released. This book reveals little-known truths about annuity strategies in simple-to-understand terms. Grab a pen right now because we are about to offer you this free book that unlocks the 5 little-known secrets we believe baby boomers and seniors should know before buying an annuity. Call 800-718-6073 now, and you'll receive a free copy of Josh Melberg's book, Next Gen Annuity Strategies Revealed. As a bonus, we'll also send you the #1 mistakes retirees are making with their investments today, and a free DVD on how you can get up to 33% more income in retirement. Call 800-718-6073 to have your free information kit rushed to your door. Again, that's 800-718-6073. Employees of J.D. Melberg Financial have the appropriate licenses for the products they offer.
Hi, I'm Jeff Stewart with Reliant Air Conditioning. In the last 2 months, we've saved our customers over $500,000. How'd we do it? With our exclusive partnership with your utility provider, we get to offer instant rebates of up to $1,500 when you replace that worn-out AC system. When you combine that with Carrier's Cool Cash savings of up to $3,500, we're talking saving over $5,000 on a brand new AC system that can cut your electric bill in half. Now that's how you save people money without gimmicks. But you'll have to hurry because the utility funds can run out at any time. So we're scheduling our free estimates on a first-come, first-served basis. So call 2 other companies first, get their price, and then call Reliant Air Conditioning, and you'll see how we've been gimmick-free since '83. Call 877-YOUR-HERO. That's 877-968-7437 or online at ReliantAirConditioning.com.
Reliant Air Conditioning. Call 877-YOUR-HERO.
Have you ever considered joining the military but stopped because you couldn't deploy to a foreign country? Believe it or not, the state of Texas has its own military force that stands alongside the Texas National Guard, the Texas Air National Guard, and serves only inside the state of Texas. It's called the Texas State Guard. I'm Tech Sergeant John Wells of the 4th Air Wing, and we're looking for you to join us. us. Give us a call at 877-398-8350. That's 877-398-8350. If you love Texas as much as we do, join the 4th Air Wing of the Texas State Guard.
This is 660 AM, The Answer, a service of Salem Media Group on the NASDAQ as SALM, KSKY, Balch Springs, Dallas, Fort Worth. 660 AM, The Answer.
Fox News Radio, I'm Rich Dennison. The Senate has begun work to repeal the Affordable Care Act. While it's not clear what the final bill will look like, President Trump touted Tuesday's action at a campaign rally in Youngstown, Ohio.
The Senate approved a vote to begin debating the repealing and replacing the Obamacare disaster.
A vote is expected by the end of the week. The president continues expressing his displeasure about Attorney General Jeff Sessions.
I'm very disappointed with the Attorney General.
President Trump was unwilling to put a timeline on when or whether he would fire Attorney General Jeff Sessions, but was blunt in describing why he's turned up the heat on the nation's chief law enforcement officer.
I want the Attorney General to be much tougher on the leaks from intelligence agencies.
Earlier in the day, the president hammered his AG on Twitter.
Fox's Kevin Court. Fox News. We report, you decide.
This is 660 AM, The Answer.
Ever since Big Tobacco was sued for deceiving millions of Americans with misleading ads and bogus scientific claims, ordinary Americans have been paying the price in insurance costs, health care, and loss of friends and loved ones. And now, Big Tobacco must pay. Over 25 years ago, these tobacco companies agreed to a master settlement agreement where a minimum of $206 billion was to be awarded to 46 state municipalities. These billions are being used to back interest-bearing investment vehicles by states who are receiving that settlement money from Big Tobacco. Savvy investors have been taking advantage of these investments to get virtually guaranteed income, and now you can find out how to get your share. Visit TobaccoMasterPayments.com. Money Map Press, an independent financial publisher, and editor Keith Fitzgerald have created a research presentation on these programs that you can attend free. Visit TobaccoMasterPayments.com for more information and to view the presentation. Visit TobaccoMasterPayments.com. That's TobaccoMasterPayments.com.
I used to love wearing dresses and shorts. Then I started getting spider veins, and even worse, those embarrassing, bulging, varicose veins. For a while, I covered up my legs. But then I discovered Vein Clinics of America.
Vein Clinics of America is the oldest, largest, most experienced vein treatment center in the U.S. And for 35 years, they've been the leading expert in the treatment of vein disease. Using state-of-the-art laser and minimally invasive treatments, they can begin restoring the natural beauty of your legs in as little as an hour with no downtime, and most treatments are covered by your insurance.
My legs look great and feel great. I even love wearing summer dresses and shorts again.
Make sure your legs look and feel their best for summer. Call now and schedule a free fast-track consultation to find out how you can finally get rid of those embarrassing varicose and spider veins. Space is limited, so call 800-780-1975. That's 800-780-1975. 800-780-1975.
The crazy stuff happening in Washington means really smart people, I mean the best people, get a chance for the moment to refi their mortgage or pull cash out of their homes until the president can put a lid on things.
Be one of those really smart people by getting Cash Call Mortgage's 15-year fixed, no closing cost refi at today's super low 2.99% rate and APR. But you need to act now, even if you're in process with another lender. Take 5 minutes to call and grab this 2.99% 15-year fixed rate with no closing costs from Cash Call Mortgage. Make the cash call at 855-875-CASH or log on to cashcallmortgage.com.
And believe me, this is not fake news.
First Mortgages, Impact Mortgage Corp., DBA Cash Call Mortgage, Equal Housing Lender. Call 866-900-8744 for disclosures, terms, and restrictions. Not licensed in all states. Not available in Washington State. NMLS 128231.
That's 855-875-CASH. 855-875-CASH.
You are about to hear from Dr. Douglas Howard. After 20 years and tens of thousands of success stories, Balance of Nature is still the only pure whole food supplement available. Balance of Nature has served more than 500 million servings of fruits and vegetables. Don't accept imitations, copies, or substitutions. Our success stories are unique to Balance of Nature's fruits and veggies. You'll know you have the real thing when you open the bottles and see, smell, and taste real produce.
It is worth every penny I pay because they really have made such a difference in my life. It is making me feel a whole lot better.
Even my doctor thought it was a good product.
Take Dr. Howard's Health Challenge and find out how to get 2 free sets of fruits and veggies. We'll even ship them to you for free. Call now for details.
Call 800-2468-751. That's 800-2468-751. Or go online to balanceofnature.com.
Use promo code 660AM.
William Noble offers extraordinary estate jewelry, exceptional diamonds, and rare jewels to the world's most discerning customer. But did you know they also purchase jewelry? They purchase diamonds, jewelry, and watches in all sizes and price ranges. Here's William Noble.
We believe that if you have jewelry that you've inherited, you're not wearing anymore, that there's no sense in keeping that in a lockbox or a safe. Bring it to us. We can evaluate for it, give you options. You can always sell it. You can redesign it. You can even trade it. But we will give you the options and educate you what you can do with that jewelry and what we would do if we were in your shoes.
It's one of the many reasons why, for 34 years, people of Dallas-Fort Worth have trusted William Noble, providing the highest standards of design, craftsmanship, and excellence in luxury jewelry. And if you have a piece you'd like to sell, look no further than William Noble. Call them at 214-526-3890. That's 214-526-3890. Or visit williamnoble.com. That's williamnoble.com.
At Simple Sleep Services, our team of doctors are experts in providing the least invasive treatment for snoring and sleep apnea. A custom-fit, comfortable solution that you simply pop in before bed each night and wake up feeling refreshed. And it's covered by medical insurance. We are the most experienced team in the nation providing our treatment, and your diagnosis will be from a board-certified sleep physician using today's latest technology. Visit simplesleepservices.com or call 469-685-1700. No CPAP, no surgery, no implants, just simple sleep.
660 AM. The Answer. Is anybody out there paying attention to what's going on in this country, in this state, and in this city? We know one man who is. You got questions? He's got answers. This is the Wells Report with John David Wells on 660 AM. The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Report. My name is John David Wells. Our telephone number is 866-660-5759. There is a sports team in town you may have heard of. They are called the Dallas Cowboys. If you are a fan of Football South, there's another team out there that you may be familiar with, and those would be the Houston Texans. In the past 5 years, there has been a real concern about the non-visible injuries that NFL players are suffering. And an article came out today from the Washington Post by a guy named Rick Mazie, that we ought to talk about because this was shocking to me. Researchers from the Boston University School of Medicine and the Virginia Boston healthcare system have examined 202 brains that belong to men who played football at all levels and were later donated for research. They found chronic traumatic encephalopathy in 177 of them. Of the 202 brains belonging to men who played football at all levels, donated for research, chronic traumatic encephalopathy was found in 177 of them, or 87%. Now, here comes the hard news. Of brains that have been donated by families of former NFL players, 99% of the brains donated showed signs of the neurodegenerative disease. While they found evidence of the disease across all levels of play, the highest percentage was found among those who competed at the highest level. All but one of the 111 brains belonging to ex-NFL players were diagnosed post-mortem with chronic traumatic encephalopathy. Now, this is a small number of cases, but it is one hell of a pattern. It doesn't represent the prevalence in the general population. But the fact that we've been able to gather data at this high a number of cases in such a short period of time says that this disease is not uncommon, says Ann McKee, neuropathologist, the researcher credited with some of the most high-profile CTE diagnoses. In fact, she says, quote, "I think it's much more common than we currently realize. And more importantly, this is a problem in football that we need to address. And we need to address now in order to bring some hope and optimism to football players." Now, I want to talk realistically about this because there are a lot of people that fly off the flippin' handle when it comes to people who risk their lives or their health in doing things that are dangerous. In my particular sport of passion, car racing, there are only two kinds of drivers. There are drivers who have hit the wall. There are drivers who are about to hit the wall. And I don't know if there are words that I can use to describe to you how hard and how much violence there is, how much energy is released when you hit the wall in a race car, even at something like 80 or 90 miles an hour, let alone the 175, 200 miles an hour and higher. The NASCAR racers, IRL racers, Formula One racers hit objects on racetracks. But there are a lot of people that say that these things are too dangerous. But it's not just NFL football. They haven't started looking at the brains of boxers yet for CTE. Now, we have seen boxers that have just, I mean, it's so terribly, incredibly tragic. But we see boxers like Wilfredo Benitez. He was the first boxer that I became aware of that had real problems. He was a guy that absolutely intimidated Sugar Ray Leonard. Wilfredo Benitez was one of the greatest fighters of all time. But he had no idea who he was or where he was or anything of the kind toward the end. Jerry Quarry. A lot of these guys were just lost mentally. Of course, pugilistic Parkinsonism was what Muhammad Ali was diagnosed with and eventually died from. But the question for us here tonight is a couple of things. The people who play NFL football are men. They are over 21. No one is forcing them to play NFL football. My concern is that someone will come along and suddenly decide that this football is just too dangerous to play. And we'll find ourselves in a position where someday the NFL will be a flag football league. Could you see that happening? But what happens if kids stop playing football? Vicky just said, Texas goes under. Life in Texas is not worth living any longer because there's no Friday night lights. The stadiums will be dark on Friday nights. There's also something else that goes on. Why isn't it an absolute priority that we do something better with helmets? Give you an example. Why don't those guys wear full face helmets yet? Because if you hit somebody under the face mask, if you hit somebody under the face mask, your helmet will hit his jaw or his chin strap. And that's like getting kicked in the face by a mule. So how come those guys aren't wearing full face masks yet? You know, I came up with this idea where you have a buildup on the collar of your shoulder pads that met a flange on the bottom of your helmet, you know, like a little shelf that sticks out, so that your head, when it's, say, for example, when you landed directly on the top of your head, that edge of the helmet would hit this buildup, this collar on your shoulder pads. It would be like a Hans device for football. Your head would only move so much, and your neck injuries would be reduced to almost zero. But these guys, they need to do something with these helmets. And it's not just the cranial protection that needs to be worked out on. It's the face. Now, you can make it so that you can tell who's playing. It doesn't have to be like a full face mask so you just can't tell who that is. Even though when a guy wears like a dark lens across his eyes, you still can't tell who those guys are. But one of these days, some college is going to cancel their football program because they're afraid of hurting their athletes. That's where it'll start. And then where will the NFL find its players? And more importantly, everybody playing football, major colleges, would they have to be able to make a conscious decision signing off on a release somewhere? I'm over 21 and I'm making this decision freely and I'm going to go play football. Do we change the rules of football so that the hitting is different? That's been done before. The Mel Blount rule. Jack Tatum hit Darryl Stingley of the Houston Astros. No, I'm sorry, the Houston Oilers. Way back in the day. And Darryl Stingley was a receiver. Jack Tatum was a free safety. Fast and big, just a little too small to be a linebacker. Jack Tatum hit him, and there is a slow motion sequence of Jack Tatum hitting Darryl Stingley, and you see the entire upper back of Darryl Stingley just shatter. You can see it. It was the most terrific hit I've ever seen in my life. Not terrific in a good sense. Terrific in a bad sense. But like I said, these men made these decisions. Are we going to see the NFL as a flag football league someday? Are we going to be able to find a way to protect these football players so their brains aren't scrambled by the end of their career? Eight 866-660-5759. 866-660-5759. This is something that isn't going away. Should we see better helmets? Should we see different rules for hits? You're listening to the Wells Report. This is 660 AM The Answer.
This is Hugh Hewitt for townhall.com. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell and House Speaker Paul Ryan face a very difficult choice as they survey the smoking ruins of their unified GOP government after nearly 6 months in office. They could decide to pivot from healthcare to racking up small victories and awaiting reinforcements from the 2018 elections. Or they could go for a big deal with Democrats. It's a tough choice for Ryan and McConnell, but I'm hoping they opt for the latter. Putting off fixing the disaster that is Obamacare is risky, though not impossible. If Republicans score enough small victories between now and November 2018, it may be possible to hold both houses of the Congress. The 2018 prospects look bad for both parties. The GOP lacks policy victories thanks to the imprudence of the Freedom Caucus in the House and scared moderates and rigid conservatives in the Senate. The Democrats are lost in Trump hatred to the point where a large part of the country thinks that they and the mainstream media are deranged. We're at a crisis point where citizens are giving up on representative government en masse. So why not swing for the fences? I'm Hugh Hewitt.
If you're drowning in IRS debt and can't afford to pay, then you need to take advantage of special IRS tax programs that are available and free yourself from IRS collection efforts once and for all. Due to the financial hardship consumers are facing during the decline in the U.S. economy, the Internal Revenue Service has made it easier to settle delinquent tax problems. An open phone line has been established by Community Tax for consumers to call and see if they qualify. Take down this number or store it in your cell phone, but call the Community Tax Helpline at 800-461-8930. If you owe back taxes to the IRS and cannot afford to pay them back, or even if you have years of unfiled tax returns, there's no need to fear anymore. But you have to call the Community Tax Helpline today at 800-461-8937 for the help that you need. Don't take on the IRS alone. They can attack your wages, savings, pension, home, and even your Social Security check. Call 800-461-8937 for your free consultation and to see if you qualify. That's 800-461-8937.
Hi, folks. I'm Frank Manzeri, co-owner of Statewide Remodeling. It's been said many times, people believe what they want to believe. Many will ignore logic and go with emotion because the fear of loss is always stronger than the opportunity for gain. This often happens when choosing a home improvement contractor. People are swayed by some pretty before and after pictures and a convincing story accompanied with what sounds like a too good to be true price. They should be concerned with how long have they been in business. What kind of warranties do they have, and are they in writing? Don't get me wrong, price is important, but it should not be the deciding factor. When I started Statewide Remodeling with my partner over 23 years ago, we said we wanted to offer the best products with the strongest warranty at a fair price. I can tell you that is still our goal today. So if you need a company you can trust to install new windows and doors, exterior siding and trim, sunrooms or patio covers, or a new kitchen or bathroom, call us now for a free estimate and receive 23% off your whole project. The number to call is 888-270-7095. That's 888-270-7095.
Have you still not refinanced your mortgage? Well, soon you may be kicking yourself in the head. Hi, I'm Wesley Hogan with Westland Financial, and interest rates have gone up recently and will continue to rise, but they're still at historical lows. So don't delay. Let us lower your monthly payment, consolidate a first and second, pay off other debt, or drop you into a 15-year loan with no closing costs. That's right. Nothing's rolled into your loan. We'll pay for your appraisal, title, underwriting, settlement fee, everything. Do not miss out on this historic opportunity. Whether it's a purchase or refinance, you'll pay no closing costs. You won't spend a dime. Think about it. All it takes is a 5-minute phone call to find out how we can save you hundreds or even thousands of dollars a year. And by the way, Westland Financial now is proud to offer reverse mortgages for our clients over 62. So call us at 888-455-3669. The only way you can lose money is not to call Westland Financial. That's 888-455-3669. 888-455-3669.
Westland Financial Corp is located at 200 East Sandpoint Avenue, Suite 800, Santa Ana, California, 92707. Licensed by the Texas Department of Savings and Mortgage Lending as an SML mortgage banker. NMLS number 3304. Not all loans apply. Equal housing lender.
Finding great people to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. It's time to try ZipRecruiter, where 80% of jobs get a qualified candidate in just one day. How? Using powerful technology, ZipRecruiter matches your job to the right candidates fast. So, while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, only ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/talkradio for your free trial. ZipRecruiter.com/talkradio.
Sean Hannity here for my friends at Generator Supercenter, the great American story. Now, this started in 2005 with two brothers selling and repairing generators out of their garage in Texas. Today, they are the #1 Generac dealer in the nation. #1 means more savings for you. When the power goes down, keep your home or business up and running with a Generac standby power system from the Generator Supercenter. Financing available, payments as low as $100 a month. GeneratorSupercenter.com. That's GeneratorSupercenter.com.
660 AM The Answer. 660 AMTheAnswer.com. Only for Texas. This is the Wells Report with John David Wells on 660 AM The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Report. My name is John David Wells. There's a report out that talks about chronic traumatic encephalopathy. These are small blood clots distributed through the brain tissue. Creates dementia, depression, suicidal thoughts. It's a real problem. The NFL is doing something. They pledged $100 million for concussion-related research, $60 million on technical development with an emphasis on improving helmets, $40 million earmarked for medical research. The medical and scientific communities will benefit from this publication, and the NFL will continue to work with a wide range of experts to improve the health and current and former NFL athletes. This is according to NFL spokesman Brian McCarthy. As noted by the authors, there are still many unanswered questions relating to the cause, incidence, and prevalence of long-term effects of head trauma such as CTE. The 177 brains found to have CTE belong to former players who had an average of 15 years of football experience. In addition, the group included 3 of 14 who played at the high school level, 48 of 53 who played in college, 9 of 14 who competed semi-professionally, and 7 of 8 who played in the Canadian Football League. Wow. To me, it's very concerning we have college-level players who have severe CTE who did not go on to play professionally. Well, that could be just a simple case of excellence in coaching or not. But the question is this: does a fully grown man, 21 years of age and over, have the right to take part in an activity that may cripple him for the rest of his life? Yes or no? And why? Eight 660-5759. We talked a little bit about this during the steroid era. These men were 21 years of age and older. These are professional athletes. They are not going to qualify for the Olympics. Why was it such a problem? Why was it such a problem that these guys were taking steroids, for example? Well, it invalidated all the old research and all the old statistics. Well, I remember a story about Super Bowl III. Remember? When the Kansas City Chiefs, I believe the Kansas City Chiefs were in Super Bowl III. They were in one of those. It was one of the early ones. Some guy showed up with something called Gatorade. And suddenly, the Kansas City Chiefs, because their electrolytes were not depleted by drinking all of that water, suddenly they had a whole nother half of action or more in them that their opponents didn't have. And that's how Gatorade was born. See, what I'm trying to figure out on this is, as time goes by, things improve. Diets, they'll figure this out. They'll find a way to keep an NFL player or a football player from hurting himself. I think. My concern is that in between now and then, I'm worried about the nanny state stopping this sport for the sake of these people who, again, it seems to me, have the perfect right to hurt themselves, even irreversibly. This is the Wells Report.
In 1967, Arab forces attempted to wipe Israel off the face of the earth. 6 days later, Israel
Can we do a promo about this?
And Jerusalem
the Jeff Sessions
reunified for the
news
first
that you
time in
mentioned?
nearly 2,000 years. Honor the 50-year anniversary of this historic triumph by joining Mike Gallagher and
Check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Did Jeff Sessions finally get the word? On the next edition of the Wells Report, we're going to talk a little bit about how President Trump has said there are investigations that need to take place, mentioning Hillary Clinton specifically. The president then mentioned that Jeff Sessions may not be in a position to be able to strongly prosecute that investigation. So, what's going to happen next? No, investigation. Then, last night, we heard that Jeff Sessions was indeed going to pursue leak investigations to member. No, that's too involved. Let me try it again. Is Jeff Sessions finally getting the word? On the next edition of the Wells Report, after is Jeff Sessions finally beginning to get the word? After, no, criticism, okay. Is Jeff Sessions finally beginning to get the word after serious criticism from the President of the United States about whether or not he should have recused himself regarding the Russia thing, whether he shouldn't have, whether he's an effective attorney general or not? It seems as though Jeff Sessions is ready to move on to start prosecuting people who are leaking information out of the Trump administration. Is this going to work? Is this going to lead to special prosecutors for other people in the political past of the United States? Only time will tell, but we'll talk about it next time on the Wells Report. Mark Davis, thanks very much for letting me come by and say hello, my friend. We're going to be talking about Jeff Sessions. It seems as though he might have finally gotten the word. After days of withering criticism from the President of the United States, Jeff Sessions has announced that he's going to move forward with some serious investigations. What will they be? He says they'll be about White House press leaking and stuff like that. But will they morph into special prosecutors for Hillary Clinton, Hillary Clinton, Loretta Lynch, Susan Rice, and others? We'll talk about it next time on the Wells Report.
Their price, and then call Reliant Air Conditioning, and you'll see how we've been gimmick-free since '83. Call 877-YOUR-HERO. That's 877-968-7437 or online at ReliantAirConditioning.com.
Reliant Air Conditioning. Call 877-YOUR-HERO.
Have you checked your Google search results lately? Search results are usually the first impression that people form of you or your business, so make sure that they create a positive impression with ReputationDefender.com. What the internet says about you can have a big impact on your life and your livelihood, even if it's not true. Fortunately, you can now control how you look online and in online search results with ReputationDefender.com. Call 800-827-5948 now. That's 800-827-5948 for your free reputation analysis. If you have negative material from an ex-employee, upset patient, or former client, newspaper article, legal issue, social media, or other source showing up in your search results, you can combat it with ReputationDefender.com. Our dedicated experts in patented technology can help make your online search results look their best. Call 800-827-5948 to learn more. 800-827-5948. That's 800-827-5948. Or visit ReputationDefender.com.
Acme Home Insurance.
Yes, I'd like to make a claim.
What are you wanting to claim, sir?
My air conditioner broke down.
Sorry, but your home insurance doesn't cover air conditioner breakdowns.
So what do you cover?
Home damage from things like earthquakes, volcanoes, a zombie apocalypse.
A zombie apocalypse? But that'll never happen.
But if it did, you'd be covered, sir.
But not my air conditioner?
I'm afraid not.
But his air conditioner could have been covered with a home warranty from American Home Shield, plus major components of 20 other home systems and appliances, like his electrical system, plumbing, refrigerator, generator, and more. For valuable free information, call 1-800-400-5602. Homeowners insurance can cover what might happen.
Zombies are coming!
But a home warranty helps cover what will happen.
Now the dryer won't work.
Be sure with the Shield. American Home Shield. For valuable free information, call 1-800-400-5602. That's 1-800-400-5602. 1-800-400-5602.
660 AM, The Answer. Now, the Wells Report with John David Wells on 660 AM, The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Report. My name is John David Wells. Telephone number 866-660-5759. It was a horrifying story. It scared all of us. It could have been so much worse. It could have been a massacre. A completely twisted, deranged, leftist gunman sought out the Republican congressional baseball team at a practice field in suburban Washington, D.C., double-check to make sure that it was indeed the Republican team, and then open fire with a .30 caliber assault weapon known as an SKS. It was only because of the unbelievable courage of the D.C. police and the fact that Steve Scalise was on the field at the time, because he had a security detail, that many more people were saved and did not lose their lives. One of the reasons why there were people there that were just sitting ducks is because of the District of Columbia's gun carry law. As far as I'm concerned, every single congressman in the department, in the District of Columbia, should be carrying a weapon with him. Should be trained by the FBI. It should be at least an opportunity for them to carry their weapons. I can't see why that would be a bad idea. But the District of Columbia is notorious for making it impossible for people to have a gun carry permit. In fact, the actual gun ownership laws are so draconian in Washington, D.C., hell's bells, you can barely even own a weapon. And if you own a weapon, you have to have it disassembled, and it has to, bullets have to be over here. You have to have bullets in the next county, and, I'm just kidding. But it seems like it's that ridiculous. That changed a little bit today. The U.S. Court of Appeals for the D.C. Circuit, in a 2-1 ruling, said the city's requirement that those who apply for a gun carry permit must show, quote, good reason, unquote, beyond the desire for his self-defense or residence in a high-crime area before being granted a carry permit, runs afoul of the Second Amendment. The court said the Constitution guarantees a right to carry a firearm for self-protection for the law-abiding, even outside the home. The ruling is the latest in a series of federal court rulings rebuking the nation's capital for unconstitutional gun laws that stretch back more than a decade and include a half a dozen decisions against the city. Quote, reading the amendment, applying Heller 1's reasoning, and crediting key early sources, we conclude the individual right to carry common firearms beyond the home for self-defense, even in densely populated areas, even for those lacking special self-defense needs, falls within the core of the Second Amendment protections, so said Judge Thomas Griffith, writing for the majority. The court went on to say the district's requirement that only those who meet restrictive good reason requirements be allowed to carry legally a firearm was beyond their power and effectively eliminated the average citizen's right to carry a gun in self-defense. This is absolutely true. This is why in Southern California, nobody carries firearms, and that's why they're victimized on a regular basis. In all of San Bernardino County, there were 796 people that were allowed to carry a weapon. That was an improvement from the year before. But the chances that someone in that Christmas party that were shot to pieces by the San Bernardino terrorist shooters was 0.04%. Because you had to tell the sheriff, you had to prove to the sheriff that you had a good reason. And the sheriff would say, that's not a good enough reason. The justices went on, we are bound to leave the district as much space to regulate as the Constitution allows, but no more. Just so, our opinion does little more than trace the boundaries laid in 1791 and flagged in Heller 1, Judge Griffith wrote. And the resulting decision rests on a rule so narrow that good reason laws seem almost uniquely designed to defy it. That the law-abiding citizen's right to bear common arms must enable the typical citizen to carry a gun. They are completely correct. The appeals court ruling resolves the tension between mixed rulings at the district court level. Judge Colleen Collar-Cotelli raised against the plaintiffs in Wren versus D.C., upholding the city's good reason clause in March of 2016. Then Judge Richard Leon ruled in favor of the plaintiffs in Grace v. D.C., striking down the city's good reason clause. The two cases were then combined on appeal and heard at once, leading to Tuesday's ruling in favor of the plaintiffs and against the good reason clause. Gun rights activists have argued that good reason clause in D.C.'s gun carry law and similar clauses in the gun carry laws of other states create a de facto ban where few people are legally allowed to carry a firearm for self-defense, even if they otherwise qualify for a permit. The Metropolitan Police Department said the city of over 600,000, listen to this. The Metropolitan Police Department said the city of over 600,000. Hey, you guys got a minute? Out of 600,000 people in the city of Washington, D.C., how many gun permits did they actually issue under this good reason clause?
My vote is 12.
Higher.
For real?
Yeah.
25.
Higher.
50.
Higher.
75.
Higher.
What's the next prime number after 75?
100.
82.
Wait a minute. Did you say prime number?
Well, yeah, I was in the fives, and then I just decided to blare out 82.
No, higher.
200?
Lower.
150?
Lower. 120,
113.
126.
Wow.
Out of 600,000 people, 126. Are you flipping kidding me? Vicki, would you do me a favor to look up how many people in Texas carry concealed weapons permits? It's like, I don't know, it's like 24 million or something like that. I'm sorry. How many people in Texas have concealed weapons permits or license to carry LTCs? 126 people. 600,000.
In total, there are
yes
937,419 active CHL holders in Texas, about 3.6% of the state's population.
Are you sure? I
Sure.
thought it was higher than that.
I'll keep looking.
Anyway, 126 people out of a city of 600,000. Wow. As of July 15th, 2017, documents obtained by the Beak, the Washington Free Beacon, show that Hawaii, which had a similar good reason clause, issued 0 gun carry permits to civilians in 2016.
Okay, I'm wrong. It's 1,017,618.
Yeah, I thought there was somebody. I thought there were a million. There was. I thought it was 17 million, something like that.
Blame it on your mom.
My mom was wrong again, but that's okay because, well, she's dead. Activists see the appeals court ruling as a big win. To read the majority opinion and not come away convinced that such good reason or good cause requirements are just clever ways to prevent honest citizens from exercising their rights is not possible, said Alan Gottlieb of the Second Amendment Foundation, which is a plaintiff in the Wren case. To say we are delighted with the ruling would be an understatement. We are simply more encouraged to keep fighting, winning firearms freedom one lawsuit at a time. The NRA, which filed a brief in support of the plaintiffs in the case, said the ruling was important to protect the Second Amendment. It was important to protect, quote, the Second Amendment protects the fundamental individual rights of Americans, not only to keep arms, but to also bear arms. D.C. residents have suffered under a near total ban on their right to carry a firearm for self-defense, unquote. This is Chris Cox, executive director of the NRA Institute for Legislative Action. Today's ruling is an important step toward protecting the constitutional rights of law-abiding citizens. Under court rules, District of Columbia has 30 days to decide whether or not they want to have the case heard by the full D.C. court. During that time, the city said the good reason clause will remain in effect. The District of Columbia's good reason requirement for concealed carry permits is a common sense gun regulation, which means that it's anything but common sense. And 4 federal appeals courts have rejected challenges to similar laws in other states. This, according to Attorney General Carl Racine in a statement. As we consider seeking review of today's 2-1 decision before the entire D.C. Circuit, the good reason requirement remains in effect. The Office of Attorney General is committed to working with the mayor and council to continue fighting for common sense gun rules. Okay, what's commonsensical, or what is common sense about living in a city with 600,000 people where 126 qualify for gun permits as of July 15th, 2017? What's common sense about that? That's why whenever politicians come up with common sense gun law, I roll my eyes and say, are you flipping kidding? D.C. police said the ruling will not immediately change the way gun carry applications are processed at this time. The D.C. Circuit Court's decision does not change the status of gun permit procedures in the District of Columbia, said Margarita A. Mikhailova, Supervisory Public Affairs Specialist for the Metropolitan Police Department. The Attorney General's office has informed us the decision is currently under review to determine the appropriate next step. As of 4:15 p.m. this afternoon, this post had been updated to reflect comments from the MPD and the NRA. Okay. This is a good move. This tells us a couple of different things. It tells us that something we did know. When you put a subjective in the way of a right, the subjective becomes a way to deny the right. It is a subjective opinion to determine whether someone has a good reason to carry a weapon. The good reason is inside their head. I have a good reason to carry a weapon. I don't want to be walking in D.C. and get Seth riched. At least not without a fight. And so that's the situation that's going on right this very moment in the Washington, D.C. area. I know what's going to happen. Eventually, Washington, D.C. is going to lose this case. Lock, stock, and barrel. And when they lose this case, lock, stock, and barrel, they're going to be forced to take the subjective out from between a human being and their rights in this country, and therefore start issuing these permits. And there will be 10,000, then 20,000, then 30,000 of them out there, people walking around. And you know what's going to happen? Gun violence in Washington, D.C. is going to go down. Because it always does. Suddenly somebody realizes that, hey, you know what? To mug somebody with a 38 special is dangerous. You can get killed that way. And so they stop doing it. This is the Wells Report.
Just look at them, having a great time. To think 6 weeks ago, I was just installed. All it took was one last spilled drink on their old dingy carpet, and they had enough of him. Thank goodness. They got the professionals at Adair's Fine Floors in here, and just look at me. I'm gorgeous. I'm not just your average wood floor. I take crazy traffic like a pro, and it's all because my homeowners called Adair's Fine Floors. Susan and Richard Adair came in, talked to the family, figured out what their needs were, and helped them find the perfect floor to fit their lifestyle. Adair's Fine Floors has a large selection with free sample checkouts, and they chose me. That's not all. Just look around. The coordinating accessories suggested by Adair's Floors. That rug over there? Yep, Adair's Floors. They offer free design and decorating assistance too, giving the home just the right look. Visit adairsfloors.com to get your home started on the right look for you. That's adairsfloors.com.
Warning. If you're drowning in debt you can't afford, do not let the credit card companies trick you into thinking that you have to pay it all back, because you don't. What the credit card companies don't want you to know is that there's actually a way to get debt-free without paying off your entire debt or going bankrupt. If you have $5,000 or more in credit card debt, you now have the right to let us settle that debt for a fraction of what you owe. For free information, call Credit Associates now. 1-800-600-8199. We'll even show you how much money you could save. If you can't afford to pay off all your debt, do not let the credit card companies trick you into thinking that you have to. Call Credit Associates now for free information on how to get debt-free faster than you ever thought possible, without debt consolidation or bankruptcy. We depend on your success and offer a guarantee, so there's no risk. For free information, call now. 1-800-600-8199. That's 1-800-600-8199. 1-800-600-8199.
Mike Gallagher here for Relief Factor. You might be asking, who should consider ordering Relief Factor? Well, anyone with pain that's keeping them from doing things that bring joy to their life. Maybe taking a long walk, not having the pain, riding a bike, playing golf again without pain, opening a jar or sewing or using a hammer, even rolling out of bed every morning without pain. For me, I had hip replacement, and then I had a little bit of a scooter accident in New York, left me miserable, aches and pains, until I started taking Relief Factor. Heard about them on the radio. I started to take Relief Factor, a packet in the morning, a packet in the evening. You know what? I was completely pain-free. I want to prove it to you by you taking the 3-week quick start from Relief Factor. It's only $19.95. Do you know 80% of those who take the quick start order again? We know it works. So if your pain isn't worth the price of a cup of coffee a day to lower, then you're not in much pain. If it is worth it, try the 3-week quick start. ReliefFactor.com, ReliefFactor.com, or call 800-500-8384, Relief Factor.
Warning, if you've recently declared bankruptcy, you're going to want to cover your ears, because there's an alternative to bankruptcy, and it could be better than you'd ever think possible. But if you've already declared bankruptcy and have missed this opportunity, you'll want to cover your ears now. Here it is. Right now, the company that has resolved more credit card debt than anyone in the U.S. may be able to settle your debt too. You could resolve your debt with one low monthly program payment. If you call right now and qualify, Freedom Debt Relief will show you how low your monthly program payment could be for free. Call now. 1-800-600-1637. That's 1-800-600-1637. If you're struggling with debt, this could be your answer. And the bigger your debt, the more money you could save. To find out for free how much of your hard-earned money Freedom Debt Relief could help you save, call now. 1-800-600-1637. 1-800-600-1637. 1-800-600-1637.
Balance of Nature's fruits and veggies.
For 5 years, I was with this other company, and I tried everything, and it was costing me a fortune. And on top of that, it wasn't working. And I said, ever since I've taken this product, I have kissed that goodbye. Matter of fact, I said, this has been the first winter that I have gone through without a flu or nothing.
Last year, I started on the Balance of Nature. I'm telling you, it really built me up, and it really helped me.
My cholesterol went down. Only after taking it 1 month, I went down 20 points.
I feel better already with it.
I just feel it's made my life more predictable, more useful.
Take Dr. Howard's Health Challenge and find out how to get 2 free sets of fruits and veggies. We'll even ship them to you free. Call now for details. Call 1-800-2468-751. That's 1-800-2468-751. Or go online to balanceofnature.com. Use promo code 660AM.
660 AM. The Answer. 660 AM. TheAnswer.com. Wells Must Hear Radio on 660 AM. The Answer.
I cannot believe what I just heard. I'm in the control room, you know, the big switching master control, talking with Vicky and Matt. And the one word that brings absolute abject horror into my brain was uttered in the conversation. Yes, Sharknado. I don't think there's anything more stupid than the Sharknado movies at all ever. I mean, I think that they are the dumbest movies in the history of stupid. And it is for that reason I read this. Spectre. The 24th James Bond movie hit theaters in 2015, more than 50 years after the first film in the popular series Dr. No. Starred Daniel Craig as 007, with turns from Christoph Waltz, Monica Bellucci, Lee Seydoux, Ralph Fiennes, Ralph Fiennes. A new James Bond theater will hit in 2019. No one knows yet who's going to be the debonair spy. Eon Productions, the British production company behind the franchise, and Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer announced that a James Bond film will be released in the U.S. in 2019. Well, there you go. The executive producer of the Wells Report is Vicky Sharknado Stifer. The executive producer, that's the executive producer. I screwed it up.
If you have retirement questions, you can bet Reed Johnson probably has the answer. Join him every Saturday at 9 for Wealth Smart. With over 17 years of experience, Reed can help take the guesswork out of your retirement planning. Wealth Smart is your source for all things retirement, from how current events could affect your savings to strategies to maximize your retirement income and everything in between. Don't miss Wealth Smart with Reed Johnson, the president of Lake Point Advisory Group, every Saturday at 9, right here on 660 AM, The Answer.
This is Hugh Hewitt for townhall.com. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell and House Speaker Paul Ryan face a very difficult choice as they survey the smoking ruins of their unified GOP government after nearly 6 months in office. They could decide to pivot from healthcare to racking up small victories and awaiting reinforcements from the 2018 elections. Or they could go for a big deal with Democrats. It's a tough choice for Ryan and McConnell, but I'm hoping they opt for the latter. Putting off fixing the disaster that is Obamacare is risky, though not impossible. If Republicans score enough small victories between now and November 2018, it may be possible to hold both houses of the Congress. The 2018 prospects look bad for both parties. The GOP lacks policy victories thanks to the imprudence of the Freedom Caucus in the House and scared moderates and rigid conservatives in the Senate. The Democrats are lost in Trump hatred to the point where a large part of the country thinks that they and the mainstream media are deranged. We're at a crisis point where citizens are giving up on representative government en masse. So why not swing for the fences? I'm Hugh Hewitt.
If you're over the age of 50 and considering buying an annuity in the next 60 days, I have some important news for you. Don't buy an annuity until you understand the pros and cons of annuities. A free book to help you maximize your retirement income from television host and three-time author Josh Melberg has been released. This book reveals little-known truths about annuity strategies in simple-to-understand terms. Grab a pen right now because we are about to offer you this free book that unlocks the 5 little-known secrets we believe baby boomers and seniors should know before buying an annuity. Call 800-718-6073 now, and you'll receive a free copy of Josh Melberg's book, Next Gen Annuity Strategies Revealed. As a bonus, we'll also send you the #1 mistakes retirees are making with their investments today, and a free DVD on how you can get up to 33% more income in retirement. Call 800-718-6073 to have your free information kit rushed to your door. Again, that's 800-718-6073. Employees of J.D. Melberg Financial have the appropriate licenses for the products they offer.
This is 660 AM, The Answer. A service of Salem Media Group on the NASDAQ as SALM. KSKY, Balch Springs, Dallas, Fort Worth. 660 AM, The Answer.
Fox News Radio, I'm Rich Dennison. Senate Republicans are now working on the repeal of Obamacare after Vice President Mike Pence broke a tie vote to begin debate Tuesday. Senate Democrats pledging to resist that effort.
We are going to fight and fight and fight and fight until this bill is dead.
Senate Democratic leader Chuck Schumer. President Trump continuing his criticism of Attorney General Jeff Sessions. The president blasting Sessions on Twitter, calling him very weak and refusing to say whether he'll fire his pick for the nation's top law enforcement job. A U.S. Navy Coastal Patrol warship fired warning shots at an Iranian patrol boat in the Persian Gulf Tuesday.
The Iranian warship ignored repeated radio calls from USS Thunderbolt, which also launched flares to warn the fast-approaching ship. The incident happened while a formation of U.S. Navy ships trained in the northern Persian Gulf.
Fox's Lucas Tomlinson at the Pentagon. Fox News, we report, you decide.
660 AM, The Answer.
This is Hugh Hewitt for townhall.com. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell and House Speaker Paul Ryan face a very difficult choice as they survey the smoking ruins of their unified GOP government after nearly 6 months in office. They could decide to pivot from healthcare to racking up small victories and awaiting reinforcements from the 2018 elections. Or they could go for a big deal with Democrats. It's a tough choice for Ryan and McConnell, but I'm hoping they opt for the latter. Putting off fixing the disaster that is Obamacare is risky, though not impossible. If Republicans score enough small victories between now and November 2018, it may be possible to hold both houses of the Congress. The 2018 prospects look bad for both parties. The GOP lacks policy victories thanks to the imprudence of the Freedom Caucus in the House and scared moderates and rigid conservatives in the Senate. The Democrats are lost in Trump hatred to the point where a large part of the country thinks that they and the mainstream media are deranged. We're at a crisis point where citizens are giving up on representative government en masse. So why not swing for the fences? I'm Hugh Hewitt.
Contests are open to legal residents of the continental United States 18 years of age or older unless otherwise specified, except employees, their parent, affiliate, subsidiary, or successor companies, advertising and promotion agencies, contest prize suppliers, participating advertisers, sponsors, and immediate family members of anyone so employed. Contest entries must include entrant's name, address, and daytime and evening telephone numbers. When individual contests require, birth date will also have to be included. One winner per household. Listeners can only win one contest, including but not limited to phone-in, email, internet, or postal entry once every 60 days. In the event of contest requiring telephone or fax entries, sponsors are not responsible for the inability of caller to complete the call within specified time, whether due to telephone equipment malfunctions, disconnections, busy lines, or other circumstances. Only calls to the designated telephone number will be eligible to win. In the event of contests requiring mail entries, postal or electronic, sponsors are not responsible for the timeliness of delivery or electronic malfunctions that may affect the delivery or content of the entry. Neither are they responsible for misdirected, illegible, postage due, or lost mail. Decision of the judges is final. All participants agree to be bound by these rules. Void where prohibited by law. All federal, state, and local laws and regulations apply. Prizes are specified within individual contest rules. Prizes are non-transferable and non-exchangeable. No substitution or cash equivalent will be made. Reserves the right to substitute a prize of equal or greater value if the awarded prize is unavailable for any reason. Winners agree to come by the station to provide proof of age and identity, photo identification a must, and to execute an affidavit of eligibility, indemnification, and release within 30 days of winning. Prizes can be mailed so long as winner completes a mail release form and also provides a copy of photo identification. Failure to comply will result in forfeiture of prize. Unclaimed prizes will not be awarded. All federal, state, and local laws and regulations apply. All federal, state, and local taxes are the sole responsibility of the winner. Participation constitutes permission without any further obligation to the contest winner to use winner's name, voice, address, and likeness for promotional purposes. Additional rules or eligibility requirements may be announced on air, provided on the website, or may be attained by sending a self-addressed stamped envelope with the identity of the contest inquiry to 6400 North Beltline Road, Suite 110, Irving, Texas 75063.
At Simple Sleep Services, we believe the best way to treat the serious medical condition of sleep apnea is the easy way. Our team of doctors are experts in providing the least invasive treatment for snoring and sleep apnea, a custom-fit, comfortable solution that you simply pop in before bed each night and wake up feeling refreshed. And it's covered by medical insurance. You don't have to endure the cumbersome CPAP mask or go through the pain and downtime of surgery or implants. We are the most experienced team in the nation providing our treatment. Your diagnosis will be from a board-certified sleep physician using today's latest technology. Let us start you down the path of a restful night's sleep. Visit simplesleepservices.com or call 469-685-1700. Treat your sleep apnea and snoring the simple way. No CPAP, no surgery, no implants, just simple sleep. Go to simplesleepservices.com or call 469-685-1700. Don't spend another night on the couch or sleeping alone. simplesleepservices.com.
Hey, sorry to interrupt, but not really. I'm your arthritis joint pain that keeps coming back to interrupt your day. And I'm pretty relentless, which is why all those ordinary creams and pills that give you just a few hours relief can't keep me away long. But here's something I'm not too happy about. A new 24-hour formula called Pain Block 24. The first topical that with as little as one application every day can help relieve yours truly for 24 hours, which as far as I'm concerned is way too long. But what do you expect? Pain Block 24 uses the highest amount of its active ingredient allowed without a prescription to turn off certain nerve fibers that transmit pain signals from the joint. And it turns off more nerve fibers than any other brand. I hate overachievers. And right now they're offering up to 2 months of relief for just $16.99. $16.99 with a money-back guarantee. Are they kidding me? They're telling you to try new Pain Block 24 risk-free by calling toll-free 1-833-PAIN-BLOCK. 1-833-PAIN-BLOCK. Or to go to painblock24.com. painblock24.com. But you wouldn't do that to me, would you?
660 AM The Answer. 660 AMTheAnswer.com.